Hello, YouTube. Welcome to episode 12 of Witch Moon Vale. Um,
I don't know which one.
Last time, the party had infiltrated the temple of the what is it? The temple of the Restful Lily.
Restful Lily.
That's right, it is. They had discovered that there was something going on. All the people the people running the temple were using illusion magic of some kind. The party was unable to see through the illusions, but they discovered that they are illusioned. They just found their person that they were looking for by the name of... Sorry, it's been a couple weeks. I'm a little rusty. Falthrax. But he's not fully described. He looks different than fully described. He's now a withered old man. Already managed to infiltrate the tower and locate him. Confirmed that it was him, and then discovered that there was something going on with a painting that the three patrons of this temple had done under the guise of a treatment. After studying it for, I believe you took an hour to study it. You learned...
Yes, I did.
You learned that it is definitely cursed. And the only way to break the curse on it and destroy it is to splash celestial blood on it.
Yes, I remember.
And then you had gone back with the party, and the three owners had disappeared into one of the hallways. Last you had seen them all.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we... Oh, you had Nico... Pasha had written a letter and had Nico deliver it to you guys so that you guys might... evade suspicion for just all of a sudden leaving to go do something else. Yes.
Yeah.
Calling off the investigation that you said you were here for when you walked in. I think
he never gave me a tip.
No, he didn't.
Pooped on his desk.
Because he's an asshole.
Yeah, I gave a bronze piece or a copper piece to when he delivered the letter. I tried to give him a copper piece and he wouldn't take it because I remember I said for the owl and he just walked off and like it fell on the ground and I picked it up.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. What all would you guys like to do?
Dark. I cannot see where. There we are.
Here. Is it shift to... There you go. Jump everywhere.
Woohoo!
Does that help?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do I see... Are you actually there?
I am.
You are visible.
I had come over and was giving you information on what I had found.
Yeah, your invisibility is over.
Correct. So I am now visible, but small and hiding.
Oh yeah, you were under the table, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh yes, the gnome across the table was trying to sell you cleaning.
He was trying to sell me the ooze, and I didn't tell anybody about it.
No, you didn't.
So sad.
I will just say to the guy, the letter was just delivered, and I'm sitting with this gnome. I will, like, subtly move my, like the external part of my robe in a way that, like, looks like I'm just trying to, like, adjust and get comfortable, but I'm trying to give Artie a chance to, like, fly into, like, a pocket or something.
Absolutely,
unseen.
She takes it.
So I do that. She's under my like protected and hidden under my cloak now. I say to the gnome, I say, well, sir, it was pleasant speaking with you, but unfortunately, I just received this letter and have to take off. But again, thank you for your time, and if I'm ever in the neighborhood again, I'll be sure to strike up a conversation with you about some more of your products.
Okay. He'll be like, "Oh, it's my pleasure. If you're ever interested, I'm out of the Sulfuran Empire. I'm just on a business trip right now."
Okay, out of the Sulfuran Empire, and your name again?
What is his name?
Barbo.
It's not Burp.
You mentioned products, and you like feel this ever tiny movement under your clothes as Artie's ears perk up, but then go back down because she can't.
Is it the Azirsa guy, or that name Azirsa, or is that somebody else?
I don't think he gave. his name.
Azirsa is a different name, yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking in notes. I didn't know if.
I don't think he gave his name.
Gotcha.
Let me see.
Artie is basically being a koala. She's just clinging to like the inside of like
Of a jacket.
of your jacket. Like looking at your character token, I imagine that I'm like where the red sleeve thing attaches up in that
Probably.
area.
I would agree. Like the side cape thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to send Dan into a name spiral. I was just. I totally
Sorry.
apologize for this, Dan. I did not mean to catch you off your toes.
Where is it? Okay. His name is Turnmop Bubble Pop.
It's adorable.
I immediately hate him, but I don't look it.
I go into allies and I type. What was his name?
I posted it in the.
Pop.
Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
Bubble Pop is glorious.
It makes DJ and Tenzin both just immediately angry when he says his name. And I say, well, Mr. Bubble Pop, it was a pleasure. And if we're ever in the area, I'll be sure to look you up.
He'll be like, it's not Pop, it's Bop, as he
Bop.
Bubble Bop.
Bubble Bop. My mistake.
It's okay. People get it wrong all the time. They think of bubble and popping it. I don't. Yeah, it's okay.
Understood.
He hears, but probably can't identify the source of the voice. I like Bubble Pop.
Yep.
All right. Well, again, thank you, and have a good rest of your stay.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah, I'll walk out. Just to the front desk guy. Is he there still?
Nope, he's not.
So I'll see that he's not there. I'll walk over. I know that the barkeep here is like part of their group. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You did.
Did you do the illusion, the detect magic? No, Nico did.
I did. Was he one of them?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
So I know he's in the know of these, whatever they are. And I say to him, excuse me, barkeep.
Yes.
I unfortunately just received some news, and the investigation that we were previously here for has been ended, and we are requested to return home. That was the letter that was just delivered. So I don't know if the person at the front desk or whoever needs to know, but would you mind passing on the message that our business is concluded here and we'll be departing?
Did you check in?
No, we were not here staying.
Then...
We were here conducting an investigation to find someone, but that investigation has ended
then
at the order of those above us.
Make a deception.
That's what it says here on this letter. I don't have to lie to
I mean,
them.
I am in the rafters, so does that count?
Lol.
Tell him the truth.
He did receive a letter, and that is what the
From
letter
those
said.
above us.
But
That's so
you know the
funny.
letter is false.
Okay, that's fine.
It's still a deception, whether the words themselves are technically true.
Do I get like advantage or anything for it because this is a very well crafted lie?
And he has the letter as proof.
I'm reaching. I'm kidding. Deception check. Let's roll it. 14.
Not bad.
Okay.
I don't have any way to give myself
They'll be like,
advantage
well,
on that.
you never checked in. There's no need to check out. You're free to go. Have fun.
Oh no, yes, I understand I was free to go, but I just wanted to let your superiors know.
Okay.
Somebody was waiting for him, or he.
Yeah,
was...
so I was waiting to meet with. I have her name written down. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Morgana.
Lady Morgana. I was waiting to meet with Lady Morgana, and wanted to let her know just to the reason for my absence. I was waiting to meet with her.
Okay. I will let her know that you have departed when she returns, if she comes looking.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'll just go. I gave him the reason why. If he chooses to let her know, I guess that's preferable, but can't really control him.
Yeah. At this point, pressing it further sounds fish.
Yeah, a little too fishy. So I will then turn and signal to Pasha and Baston that it's time to leave. And head off.
Okay.
And now this is where DJ is going to go around and look room to room at this awesome map.
Lol.
Are you guys actually? Are you actually leaving?
Well, that's a good question.
I thought we can't yet, can we? Because I thought we were waiting on. I mean, don't we have to get these people out?
Yeah.
Well, we do. We have to gather up and decide what our next steps are.
So
come outside.
Oh man!
You don't get to explore until you're done with the map completely.
It's a beautiful pool.
It is a beautiful place. The whole map is really gorgeous, by the
I
way.
was just looking at the public areas. Okay, so yeah, I say we're out in the woods, out of sight from this place.
Okay. I'm gonna move Pasha and Baston because I think she might be out of the room for a sec.
Yeah.
Child aggro.
Of course.
But the nice thing is I got a door that locks now.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I have definitely eaten far too much food, and I have half of my dinner left. I'm gonna put it in the fridge, but I'll still be able to hear you guys.
Okay. So you guys
So
have...
I think we ran out of the telepathy. We ran out of the telepathy. I think now we just need to combine info.
I think he extended it another 3 hours.
No, I have to see people to recast it.
Oh, that's
and,
right.
Artie wasn't there at the time.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
But I mean, if we're going outside, there's no point in doing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
BRB.
So what's you guys' plan?
Well, I think half the people are gone.
Well, I mean, I can still talk. I'm just putting stuff in a fridge. My plan is going to be find the ritual room, and I have a thought about how to potentially do that. But I can no longer be invisible. So basically, she's thinking about flying around as quickly as she can, as subtly as she can, and having detect magic up and see if she can find any magic, basically what Nico had already done, but like this time, like actively searching for
I
things in
searched
the
the
architecture.
whole main building.
Right. That's the thing. She's going to specifically be searching for architecture that would imply like a hidden room. And seeing as architecture is kind of her thing, literally part of her background feature, I'm hoping that I will be able to do that. Potentially.
Okay.
But we'll see what everybody's plan is. I need to I have so much food to put away in the fridge. It's a good thing I didn't also have the cake ready.
Back, sorry.
Welcome
What?
back. Pardon my yawn. We've got fucking bugs. It's bug season. It's starting to get cold, so the bugs are trying to get in the house.
Not a problem we have here in the desert.
Mm,
Because first of all, it's not cold, and second of all, not a lot of bugs can survive.
yeah, but the bugs you do get are the spookier looking ones.
Scorpions, yeah, scorpions and tarantulas and the things that can really mess you up. That's all we get out here.
Yep. Manticores. I always figured manticores would live in the desert, but people always put
for
them in the
sure.
jungle, and I'm like, no. At the very least, in like a prairie, they're flying. First of all, second of all, they are lions, which are prairie animals, and they're scorpions, which are desert animals. So why put them in a jungle?
Yeah.
Silly. Now, if you had like a tiger manticore, that would be cool.
A liger.
A liger, or like a. I love the idea of taking these creatures that we are like, okay, well, this is half tiger, half scorpion, and half dragon wings, right? Well, what happens if we take like instead of a tiger, it's a house cat? Or instead of a lion, it's a house cat, and instead of a scorpion, it's other insect. And you can have like a butterfly cat.
Yeah.
With dragon abilities, and then you have basically a fey manticore.
And that is how you create a Shao Tucker.
That's how you what?
Create Shao Tucker.
You're cutting out. I can't hear you.
Oh, that's how you create Shao Tucker.
Shao Tucker? What's that?
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll just say Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. I may not know the specific storylines, but I definitely know how alchemy be.
Yep.
Anyone who's seen that one episode knows how alchemy be.
Yep.
If you're not careful.
Okay.
And if you don't follow the rules. Alright, I'm ready whenevs.
Okay. Is everyone back?
Yep.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing?
So, my thought is that we need to have, we need to find where, I know where two of the people are, but there were more paintings than just the two of them. So, DM, I know that I've asked this before. Is it in the notes by chance?
How many paintings?
Yeah, how many? It was 4
There
or
was
5?
There's 4.
3, right?
4.
Oh, there was 4?
4. There was our dude. There was one that was a elf looking into elf looking at their own reflection.
Mm-hmm. You have located 2 of the people.
Right. There's the dwarf and the dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
There's the elf looking at himself or herself. Herself.
Well, I saw an elf.
And then
You
I think it
saw
was
a
drow.
drow.
you saw a lot of people with illusion magic.
The drow did
No,
not have
she
illusion.
didn't have any illusion magic.
Oh, she didn't. Okay.
None of the people that were connected to the paintings had any illusion
Hey,
magic.
Pasha, you don't get to move around the map like that.
I was trying to find it.
Yes, Pasha. Sorry. We
Just ran away.
I'm moving you.
We're not actually done on the map yet.
I was
Right there.
trying to find everyone.
Sorry.
Ah, we did kind of escape and then not escape and then escape.
Okay.
And what was the fourth person?
There was, I believe it was a tiefling with
Tiefling.
jewelry and... I believe? I can confirm.
She describes each of these paintings, what each of the people look like, in great detail. She's actually using. I double checked because I actually have a tracker in my notes here. What spell I hadn't used my cantrip de jour item yet, so she's gonna use that to do minor illusion and just replicate what the paintings look like, so you guys can all see specifically what she saw.
Cool. Yeah, a brawny female golden scaled dragonborn warrior engaged in battle. A tall male tiefling with sparkling violet eyes wearing many fine jewels. A youthful male dwarf dancing at a feast. And a radiant female moon elf gazing upon her own reflection.
So, it sounds like the punishment for wanting to leave is having whatever bonus fancy positive thing happen to you reversed and turned into a punishment. Our dwarf got turned old and he had requested youth. The dragonborn, what can you describe to me how the dragonborn had looked when I saw him through the window or her through the window?
They were in that area.
Because if I remember, you said that they looked like scrawny, but that might be me interpreting
a thin,
things.
weak-looking dragonborn.
Thin, weak-looking, and then that one was a thin and weak-looking, and then but it was like super strong in the painting. So I'm pretty sure that we're looking for a hideously ugly moon elf, and a
Hold on. What was the moon elf doing in their picture?
staring. Oh, maybe they're they're. Did you see a blind moon elf?
Yes. Being led by a dog.
Oh my god.
She was not a moon elf.
That was not
That
a
was the
moon
drow?
elf, and she was one of the people with illusion magic. The only elf I saw that didn't have it was the drow, which, I mean,
Was that
a
Lady
moon elf
Morgana?
might. No.
So
It was
either
more of a
a really
guess, I
ugly
think.
or a blind. Because I feel the idea was either it was
Perhaps
look.
they don't want to be a drow.
Oh, maybe it was
There was also a kobold.
kobold. What
Maybe
if
the
the
dragonborn turned into a kobold.
No, what if the tiefling got turned into a kobold? I don't know. It's really hard to tell
Okay.
without
What
dispelling
was in the
people's magic.
tiefling's painting?
He's tall and regal and covered in gems.
So short. I think he had black scales, right? Dan?
I believe so.
He had red feet or something like that, and he kept stabbing everything.
Yeah, that was right. I forgot Ola was here visiting.
Wow.
I mean,
I had forgotten that.
kobolds are usually servants to dragons, which hoard their wealth and don't share it.
Yeah. Well. I really want to take a look with some magic eyes. So, I'm gonna take 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic with a ritual spell.
Okay.
And then, when you tell me that that time frame is up, I would like to roll stealth and just explore this place looking for every bit of magic.
Okay. Okay, we'll just say that unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss.
Apparently not.
I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I think all the information that I have has been shared. I mean, we know that these people are lying about like what exactly this place is and what's going on here. We know that Falthrax was in danger when they said he wasn't. We know that these people were emanating some sort of magic, like only like patrons were not like resonating in that magic. So I don't know. I'm not adept in the magic arts, so I'm not sure exactly how I can help here.
Could we not simply remove him and the painting and find someone else more capable?
That is a possibility. The problem being that getting him out of here is going to be like once we set that in motion, it starts a very specific timer because getting him out of here without them noticing is going to be really hard. And
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to take him, we should take the Dragonborn too at the very least, since we know where they are.
Agreed.
And then worst case scenario, we come back. But if we take two and then come back, the other ones might not be alive when we get back.
True.
And well, I mean, I'm not opposed to killing people. That is very different subject.
I just feel that this is a dangerous situation. We're outnumbered by a number of employees, and I'm not sure
Perhaps
how those powers vary.
we could wait till the cover of night if you think it would help.
That definitely will help. Honestly, coming back tomorrow, like just taking like napping here in the woods for 8 hours, because like I've already used a lot of magic today, but I still want to try and go. I'm gonna finish this spell and I'm gonna go try and draw a quick blueprint of as much of the building as I can see. That way we can plan it out a little easier.
Also, do we know where we are and how to get back home?
Not really, no. But flying usually works for me.
The gateway or whatever told us to. Somebody here could send us back.
Yeah,
But I
well,
do
it
not
also
trust
told us
them.
this place was something that we should go do, not something that we should not go do.
True. That book's a lying asshole. DJ
It was.
says not. Not.
I mean, it was an
Ever.
inanimate object with a clever but ultimately simple magic trick on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I have a request.
Yes.
Instead of manually moving my character around the entire map, would you allow it that my character has... How do I put this? Basically, I'm hoping that you would let my character be able to see the entire layout of the thing. And she wants to basically draw a blueprint, which is well within her skill set, of the building, so that they have basically a map to plan what they're doing. And she wants to, because she realizes, I think there's building like on the like northwest, like up here-ish, but I can't see it, but she would definitely be able to see it in the distance if there were stuff like that. If you would be willing to like grant me temporary vision over everything that I would see, which I realize gets weird because then I can see the places that are still covered. I promise you that I, as a player, will not metagame that knowledge.
The only issue is I have to delete all the walls to give you vision, which would give everyone vision.
Not
Totally fine.
necessarily.
That's fine. Totally fine.
If you have the map as just a picture,
You just texted it to her.
lol. No.
I
It's a
might.
magic text.
Let me see if I can find it.
And if there's anything in there that I'm not supposed to be able to, that she wouldn't see, and I can roll to see how much she finds. Like how good of a job she does.
Oops, that is not one.
Because my other thought was I would move my token and then use the paint tool to draw over top of what I was seeing. But that will take a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
And while that would be very entertaining for me to do, that's very boring for everybody else, including any viewers. So
Here, I think I can.
and again, I will absolutely roll to see how well. Would you want me to do my intelligent tools? Since this is looking and drawing and remembering and planning.
Yeah, go ahead and just do just a perception check for me.
You cut out. Do a what?
Perception.
Just a perception?
Yeah.
Can it be investigation since this is more of an investigation thing?
Sure.
Okay. I'm an int-based character, not a wisdom-based character. 24! I mean, I still would have rolled at least a natural 14, it looks like. 16, natural 16 is good. Yay! Okay. And I assume there's nothing in here that I'm not allowed to just have a
everything in there's
peek at.
fine. There's no tokens on that, so you can't see things.
All right. So yeah, there is a building to the north. She'll come back. It'll take like 10 minutes of that. Were there any magic hotspots?
All the people that besides guests lit up except for like a handful of people. What else? Beyond that, there wasn't a whole lot of more than that.
Wasn't there like one of the main three people like didn't radiate magic?
Nope, all three of them.
Like one of those like three elves that like didn't
they
radiate.
all did.
They all did.
Okay.
The only people that didn't were either assumed
Guests.
prisoners or whatever, and the guest.
Okay.
There was the kobold, the drow. I think you didn't go look at the tower, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Okay. And then the dragonborn did not, and the dwarf did not.
Okay.
From people who you could see.
I think I should also say to the group, everyone, I understand that we are wanting to save as many people as we can from whatever is going on here. But at the same time, I think we also need to remember to save ourselves here. And the last thing I would want to do is put us in danger in any way by like going and getting in too deep here. So I think we should limit ourselves in terms of time spent on this rescue. Let's get the other two out and clear as fast as we can, and really limit the rest of the looking to a pretty tight like frame of time.
Makes sense. I have
As much as I do want to save people, and trust me, I do. I don't want any harm to come to us. And also, we don't know how to get back, so we'll have to investigate that as well.
Right. I do have a thought about getting the 2 out of the tower, but I have to confer with the DM real quick. Hey DM,
Who?
quick question.
Who?
Hey, that is totally something Artie would say. Thank you very much. She's a little broken in the head. Hey DM,
Lol.
my character has a bag of holding.
Yep.
In order to put something in a bag of holding, it has to fit within the mouth of the bag of holding.
Yep.
But size is weird for my character. A normal bag of holding could theoretically hold a person. It in fact specifically states that putting people in there, they only have a 15-minute air window divided by the number of beings that you put in there.
Yep.
Yeah, we would only have a limited
Would
amount
I
of time.
be able to fit a medium-sized creature inside of my bag?
How much weight do you have left in your bag?
Well, that's the thing. She'd totally be willing to empty it. To do this. But realistically, I have all of my inventory. I have my shield, my pistol, my dagger, my armor, my multi-purpose tool, my ring, my diamond. None of those are in the bag because those are all on my body.
Okay.
Pearl of the Identify is just a pearl and 1 potion of healing. And that's my entire inventory as written here. Now, I did say that I was gathering all of my a decent amount of my crafting materials, putting them in my bag of holding, but she would be willing if someone's going to stay and keep an eye on their stuff, she'd be willing to unpack her bag, fly over to the tower, go in through that same hole, go into the room where presumably any of them who are prisoners will be sleeping, because there were multiple beds in that room, right?
Yes.
Right. So she would just go into that room at that time. Anybody who wants to get in the bag of holding, get in the bag of holding, and then leave. And then they'll only be in there for maybe a minute, if that. And then we can just vamoose from there. Basically, I'm gonna go thief some people into my bag.
People and paintings, or are we just getting the people?
Well, yeah, people and paintings, because we
Alright.
want to be able to remove the stuff.
The paintings will not fit through the mouth of your bag.
Okay. At the very least, starting with getting the people out. That is how she would plan on getting the people out.
Okay.
That being said,
We could leave
DM,
the materials with Dearden.
that's fair. Yeah, Dearden can watch her stuff with Horsey. So all of that being said, DM, is that something that could, with decent rolls, potentially happen in this universe?
Yeah, you can have that.
Perfect. I wanted to confirm before having us plan that in character.
Yes.
Hey, so in character, she repeats all of that.
What all is in your bag right now? I'm curious real quick.
Yeah. She has general crafting supplies, which we had said she had we hadn't set like a specific items list, just that she had crafting supplies. But I do have like the coatl remains preserved in their vials and everything. I have a bunch of residuum dust. I have a vial of troll blood, some 5 pounds of gargoyle rubble, a gargoyle mask, some turquoises, 20 books, which is probably the most weight. Well, 20 books and 64 bottles of brandy.
Oh yes, that's right.
I have a shit ton of alcohol. Oh my god, guys, by the way, I have a shit ton of alcohol. Actually, I'm gonna drop that down to... Oh no, because it was 65 originally. Never mind. Okay.
How tall were the windows to get up into this place?
The tower?
It's on a... It's like the 3rd story is where our people... Or no, the 2nd story is where our people seem to be in.
Is that how tall off the ground would that be, Dan?
10 to 15 feet to the window.
Okay, so I can cast jump on myself at will, and my max height that I can high jump, I just mathed it out in terms of like movement speed, because high jump is 3 plus my strength modifier, which is 10, and jump allows me to jump 3 times jump distance. So I could jump 15, grab on, get those paintings, fix them to myself, and like jump out and like barely hurt myself with slow fall, if I would even take any damage out of there anyways.
Okay. You do know that from what Artie said is that there are no windows in that room.
Yeah, the window, what you'd
I
be
just
doing
mean
is...
just any window, and then getting to that room is what I meant.
Who else was in the tower besides the dwarf?
I saw the dwarf and the dragonborn. I can't
Those are the
maintain
two
that
we
voice
are
all
trying
night.
to remove.
Those are, at least, we know the dwarf. I asked if the dragonborn was under the same condition, like the same situation, and he said yes. So probably both the dwarf and the dragonborn for sure. And anyone else who's sleeping in that room is also likely their prisoner.
We also need to remember the gargoyle that
Yes,
Or
The
Artie's
angel
also not.
coil, yeah.
something else watching over them.
Yeah.
That wasn't. You said there was another room.
Oops. Give me a second. I'm gonna draw something real quick on the map, just real quick.
Because I remember there being a door trapped or something.
Or I had checked for traps. So there's the third story has the third floor has a trap, but the others did not. Second freehand. Okay, so
Yes, I don't think prisoners would trap their doors.
right
So somebody else might be staying in that tower.
on the
Guard
on
them.
the floor above it. It looked okay. Okay, so just heard of my echo. This is where the okay, this part is the window. This is the door.
Oh, there. That's what I'm looking at. I was scrolled. I was like, where are we drawing? And then I moved like a quarter of an inch, and I was like, oh, there it is.
So this is what I remember 2 weeks ago of a map. Please forgive me if it's not perfect. This is the stairs that go up and down. It's a spiral staircase that goes up the center of it.
These are the stairs?
No.
Those are the beds.
I will use my arrow. Give me a second.
These
That
are the
is
stairs.
the
Spiral staircase in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, the spiral, and then this is where they came out. I came out here. This X, circle with an X, is the gargoyle angel that reacted to him talking. Or to him, or to...
The
I
noise.
think it was to me opening the door.
There was noise.
There was noise, that's what it was. These were kitchen, like, there was like just a bunch of kitchen stuff. This is the door into the room. This is a bedroom that there were paintings along the wall and various just dirty mats of bedding on the floor. And this is the window that I came in and out, or that I came out of later by breaking off a single piece.
Okay.
That was the upstairs window.
How many?
Oh, that was on the third floor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You came in through the third floor.
How many beds were in here?
Yeah, how many beds were in here? I was going to ask. She would remember, because this happened minutes ago to her.
Because if it's 4, we could assume that all of them are staying.
Right.
There's debris and rubble, but it looks like there's 3 used beds.
3 used beds. And I would relay that. So I'm wondering if this elf is one that hasn't been cursed yet, or one that hasn't been, maybe, like, she's like, look, see, here's my painting. This is me being wonderful and perfect. Or something, and that's part of her, like, maybe she's one of the bad guys, and this just happens to be her painting, but I don't
Maybe
think it would be. Nah, never mind. I
maybe
just talked
the
myself out of it.
maybe the drow doesn't want to be a drow.
Maybe. And that's why they're a moon elf.
And that's why the painting is different.
Maybe. Was the drow the blind one?
No.
Okay.
That was one of the workers or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Which
blind
the-
one was.
Which was an illusion, so they could very well be able to see.
She was one of those 3, right? Didn't we have like a?
The blind
Because
one
they
was
had
one of
the
the 3.
dog, and the dog also had illusion.
Where was that picture? Did you show that on?
If go back to roll 20, he just popped it up.
Oh shit, that's the one. Okay, so it was on
Yeah.
Roll20. That's the blind lady that I remember seeing. Is that
That's the
like
3
the mirror
ladies.
picture that she saw?
No.
Okay. And so Lady Morgana is the one in the top right. I met her. I've seen the blind lady. And then
You saw all 3 of them.
okay, I didn't know. I didn't remember if I had seen the red-haired elf or not.
She was the one out in the courtyard doing exercise, and then she came
Okay.
through and went
Yeah.
into behind the bar with the blind
Gotcha.
lady.
And none
And
of
the
them
one on the
had-
far right is Morgana.
The blue
Yeah.
one.
And what kind of elf is she? Is she a moon elf?
She is a moon
Bad
elf.
one.
So both of the 2 on the one on the right and the one in the middle are moon elves. The one on the left is a
The one in the middle is a wood elf,
oh, a middle is a wood elf. Okay,
and the other one is a high elf.
high elf. And the painting didn't just look like the moon elf in the painting didn't look like Morgana.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's good. Because I didn't realize that Morgana was the moon elf.
Yeah.
I thought she was something else for some reason.
But all 4 of the ones in this big picture all had illusion magic on them
Okay.
Okay.
when you guys were floating around.
Okay. And
I wish there
And
was
I
like a dispel magic bomb that we could throw.
that is an item that exists in D&D.
That would be nice.
But it's also expensive and outside of my abilities at this point.
Yeah.
That being said, I have others.
So I think maybe before we even attempt this heist to get these folks out, maybe we do a little bit more investigating before we like absolutely commit. Just make sure that the room is safe to get them out through, and we can get the paintings and such
Yeah,
without
realizing-
Feeling that gargoyle will attack us.
Realizing that there's an issue where the window is on the 3rd floor, going in at night becomes a problem. Because
Yeah.
someone else will probably be on the 3rd floor at night. And while I can technically get past them, probably, there's no guarantee that there won't also be more magic protections,
Yeah.
like an alarm spell, which Artie knows that spell. She would be well aware of that being an option. Were there any windows to the 2nd floor at all? The 1st or 2nd floor? Oh, there was a window to the 1st floor.
There are windows on all the other floors. It's just there was no windows in their sleeping chamber.
Okay, but
So-
there was a window at the kitchen.
Yes, the kitchen does have
perfect.
2 windows actually.
Okay, that's fine then.
You just
The-
couldn't find a loose spot on those ones at the time.
Yeah. So, given a little extra time and the cover of night, the cover of darkness, she'd probably have a little bit better time with that. Do we have any way of casting silence by chance? I know it's a spell. I think it's a 3rd level spell, though. I don't think any of us have 3rd level spells, but I can't tell because I'm a half caster. All of this is out of character. I just keep slipping into her voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't have. The only magic I have is the ring of jumping and detect thoughts, which I've already burned for the day.
Okay. Nico, you're not. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. You're not 6. 6. You're in the wrong campaign.
I'm not here. You said it.
I did it this time. I know. It was just stupid
6
in my
heard
brain.
anyway.
He did.
So out of character, if we get you Tiny go through, get them in the bag, jump out. I can jump and hang on the window, and if anything bad happens, I can jump in with Nico, and we can try and take care of this gargoyle if need be.
The problem is it's a stained glass window, and I'm taking out 1 square,
Yeah,
so I can fit through. Getting you guys inside that building is going to be a pain
it'll
in
be
the
a lot more
ass.
difficult. Yeah.
Unless I somehow manage to, because you are ground bound.
Yeah.
Because like Nico maybe because there were floor traps. There was the trap to get inside the 3rd floor
Oh.
was actually on the upper landing. So like as soon as you take that last step onto the upper landing is when the trap would trigger. Was my understanding.
This is
That
possible.
sucks.
This is a
Yeah.
tricky heist.
It is. That's why Artie is.
Because we definitely want to get those paintings out. Yes.
It would be
I think
incredibly
it would be
beneficial,
prudent.
most likely required, but technically not our first priority.
Well, if
I think it
the
may be part of the first priority.
spell on them is connected to those paintings, if we
Yeah.
leave the paintings, then who knows what they could do to the people.
Right. That's why it's like probably necessary that we get them, but yeah.
Hey, Artie, just
Yeah?
because I want to, I'm gonna have you roll a history check.
Roll well, damn it.
I
Just
mean,
do it. Just roll well.
you did just ask the nerdiest character in the group.
Just oh my
You're fucking kidding
God.
me.
1 in 200? 1 in 400?
She's like, I failed history.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I was too busy building a bomb in
Oops.
class.
I was too busy building a bomb in class is probably the most accurate statement ever.
So, what are
Artie.
you guys doing right now?
I think we're just out in the woods, like planning and waiting. Like not
Oh,
near
crap.
this place, just out
We
in
going
the
to be
woods.
ambushed.
I mean, it could be. Artie also mentions that there's a whole nother building that we haven't discussed that is north of the pool area that looks like it had some stairs. Was it up like can you describe that building?
Yes.
And or maybe move our characters up to the outside of it so we can look around the outs or at least mine so I can look around the outside of it.
Yeah. Here's the description of it. This crumbling stone building must have once been a beautiful shrine. Engraved images of Soon are still visible on the moss-covered stones, her face gazing down on the path by which the faithful would have approached. Stone doors at the front of the shrine appear to be sealed shut by some sort of thick, clear resin. The faint inscription is still visible above them. Welcome, dearest ones. Come find the beauty within you.
That sounds like it is where the rituals were taking place. Most likely. That sounds as suspicious as possible. So that's good information. Our first priority is still getting the people and the paintings out. But when we're ready to deal with the people, if we're going to try that, then this is definitely a thing.
I'm just so lost. Like, I don't know what the move is. So, we had so much information right out of the gate, and now we're just struggling for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Can we move our tokens out to basically
The backside.
to the back over like basically between the two towers? Just so that, and I'm gonna delete my drawing.
I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna do this.
Oh, okay.
A person's still working out.
Well, only always.
Okay, there we are. Oh, wait.
There we go.
Bit,
So you can
bro.
see
I'm proud
both
of you.
And I mean, you guys won't necessarily be able to look in the windows right this second, but Artie would have gone through and looked through all the windows.
Okay, so that one, Artie, when you look through the windows, the
Yeah.
interior of this shrine has the appearance of having been abandoned after some terrible confrontation years ago. Broken benches with shredded cushions, and overgrown by thick fungi, and 4 large mirrors hanging on the walls have been shattered, leaving the stone floor covered in shards of broken glass.
Okay. Does it look actively desecrated or just like looted and people came about and fucked around? Because those would be different. Things like iconography being like having the faces damaged specifically, having limbs ripped off specifically, stuff like that. That's my logic, at least.
It appears to have definitely been ransacked. Nothing appears to have been stolen, so you don't think it was looted, but it was definitely destroyed.
Okay. Basically, punk-ass teenagers showed up and broke everything kind of vibe. Is what I get to it.
There appears to be more anger in it than that.
Oh. Interesting. If this is where they're bringing people, as soon as the people enter this building, either they see illusions or that door does not lead to the inside of this building. And she's very curious as to which.
There is a hole in the roof.
Oh, there's a hole in the roof?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, guys. Can we say as a party that we take a wide loop around, get to the north side, and have now basically parked out on the north end of the property, still hiding in the woods, but just like at the tree line?
Sure.
I think we need to investigate this building
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very much like too.
as
Yeah.
a group.
I
Not
agree.
Perfect.
separately.
Because now I have a very different theory.
Exactly. That's me too. Things have changed.
Yeah,
So
that bit of information
Yeah.
is important.
I was like, when you guys never investigated that building, I was like, okay.
well, so there's that thing about having the line of sight from ground level makes sense. But my character would have seen this building as we were approaching.
I thought you had seen it.
Well, that's the thing, is like it was probably mentioned, but it totally slipped my mind until today, and I was like, I vaguely recall there being something up here,
I thought it was a ruin or something.
right? So
I didn't know it was an actual building.
Yep.
So yeah, I absolutely think that we should investigate. Are all of the windows actually windows? Can you describe these
They are
windows?
still windows.
So they broke things on the inside, but not the building of itself.
Yes. The roof has caved in a bit, just from disrepair.
Okay.
And there's a hole in the roof, right?
There is.
How tall is this building?
I would say probably To the rooftop, it's about 20 feet.
Shit. I should have told you how high I could jump.
You're a monk, just wall run.
It's not that easy.
No, that's a later skill.
I do it. I
The
do it
windows
so
are only
easily.
like 10 feet up.
Walks up the wall.
Are the windows broken or are they intact?
They're intact.
So then would you allow me to jump twice? Once?
Sure.
Hold on, there is a different rule about high jumps without running 10 feet beforehand.
I'm just gonna throw
So
this
it's only
out
half
there.
that distance. So I have 15 feet to jump first, and then like 8 feet after that. 7.5.
Just throwing that out there, the RD Express Backpack of Doom is also an option for us getting into places.
Oh, I didn't think about that, and I am so
I can ferry
terrified of
people.
it.
I don't want to I don't
Ferry
want to make
people.
it like that. I know. Thank you. Appreciate that you caught
We're
that.
stealthily doing all of this, by the way, Dan.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
very
just
stealthy.
looking very stealthy.
Once you go, just roll stealth checks for me.
Yeah, I was like,
Ah, shit.
Great.
oh,
Hooray.
oh, by the way, ambush. With
Oh,
advantage,
great.
that's a 29.
Good thing I have advantage. Yay.
Oh, actually, hold on. Where is it?
Does Pasha have disadvantage on stealth?
So the key thing, I can
Yep.
cast each
Oh,
spell
I have a
once, correct?
plus.
Dan?
No, I mean, did you roll? Do you roll with disadvantage for some reason? Because
No.
your higher number is grayed out.
No, it means that it's not
'Cause
advantage.
it's the first roll.
It's the first roll.
Well, I know, but why don't mine look different?
'Cause
Both of my numbers
I'm
are
not
bold.
special. I don't know.
Because it would have been a nat. Well,
So, do
Look,
I read
Dan-
the 12 or the 25?
in this case, you
It'll
would
be
read
the 12.
12.
Well, hold
That's
on.
I just
sucked.
don't know why the text is different.
Yeah,
Is it-
Dan,
is it-
this
I don't know.
spells I can cast each one once.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to, before we're doing all this, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna get plus
yeah.
10.
Holy shit, you are an absolute gem.
Pasha, what armor are you wearing?
Ooh, let me double.
So everybody gets a plus 10.
So 20. Whew.
So
Big
39,
time.
please. And thank you.
Scale mail.
That would be
Turning
why. I
this-
believe that gives you a disadvantage on
Yeah, it
stealth
does.
checks.
Okay.
39,
do have-
even 6 wouldn't see me. With his passive.
39. Woo.
Routes.
Do
Artie
we
would have
have
gotten a
advantage for some?
33
Do
at
I
that
have
point.
advantage for some reason? Because I'm just like generally cool.
Nope.
Well,
I didn't think that would work.
but
DM
you did get
hates me.
past without a trace, so
Yeah, I have a 20.
Okay.
I got a 34.
No, you guys did really good. Cool. What are you guys doing?
I think I'm ferrying people inside that can't get in on their own. Tenzin can probably make his way up the wall on his own. I think that climbing a wall is
Yeah, I'll just jump.
easy enough for a monk. But for like Pasha and Bastion, I
Okay.
could get them.
Are you emptying out your
I
bag?
mean, he's a wolf. Can he fit in? I guess he's medium, right?
He's medium.
He's
Oh,
medium.
yeah. I'm thinking like that.
That's right. It would require the emptying of the bag.
Oh, didn't you empty the bag already and leave stuff with Dearden?
We had talked about it. Yeah, if
It had not happened yet.
I think
we
they
hadn't
changed their plan.
officially had it happen yet. So yeah. She's gonna only leave the scrolls.
Okay.
Because worst case scenario, anyone who's inside the bag can just hold the scroll. While they're holding it. I've got a couple scrolls in there.
Okay.
But-
so as you're emptying everything, go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
Double 23s. I'm getting a direct message typed at me. Ooh.
Dan, you
This
don't
is
have
bad.
to make mine informative at all, but send me one as well.
He's feeling left out.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for
Yeah.
one from you, Joe.
BRB.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, that's from Dan.
I
Dan, what
was
the hell,
keeping
dude?
that on the back
Says from
burner.
Dan.
I did realize that today when I was telling you what my inventory was.
Okay. Cool.
I'm keeping it on the back burner for now.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you for making sure that I was aware of it. I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
That was a thing. And I am glad that that is a thing that my character thing. Yes.
Yep.
Anyway.
So she
words.
realizes it. Yes.
She realizes it.
'Kay.
But yeah, so
So we're going
everything except her, like the stuff she's actively using, i.e. basically the scrolls, just in case she needs them.
'Kay.
Actually, she'd probably have those attached to like a utility belt, because let's be honest here, her armor is basically nanite armor. She can make it into whatever she wants, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. That's kind of how we had talked about it.
You got little tubes that they slide into.
Yeah, she's got little scroll tubes. Probably that's right. One arm has a sword and a gun, the other arm has a scroll tube. That's
There you go.
perfect. I love it. In fact, I think that's actually a thing that you can get as a Warforged. Anyway,
I think it's a wand tube, but yes.
that's what it was, a wand tube. Anyway, she has basically one of those. Yeah, so she has the ability now to ferry people using her bag of holding.
Oh, I'll be right back. I didn't realize what time it is. I gotta take my nighttime medicines.
Oh, so a bag of holding is like any other magic item where it adjusts size to fit the wearer?
Yeah.
Theoretically, if you put the bag on someone bigger, the bag will get bigger, and then they could get something bigger in the bag.
As long as it still fits within the
dimensions. Right. But if a dwarf picks up the bag and puts it on, then the bag becomes dwarf size. And a dwarf opening is much larger than a fairy opening. If a dwarf put on the bag and it adjusted to dwarf size, would we be able to fit the paintings in there?
No. Because
okay.
Even
They're too big of paint.
Even at its at a medium humanoid size,
It wouldn't fit.
2 feet in diameter. The largest the opening can be.
Okay. So I'd have to either somehow enlarge the bag or shrink the paintings.
Yes.
And I don't have either of those abilities at this moment.
I like your thinking, but
clever use of magic is kind of my thing. That's part of why I...
Okay.
So, are we going in? Or Tenzin's still with me?
Yeah, he had to go take his pill.
I'm here. I'm back.
Yeah, you're stuffed in a bag right now. You can't breathe.
Are you going to climb into the bag?
Do you want to be ferried through the into the building?
Unless you have another way to get onto the roof.
You
She
mean
could
me?
probably climb it.
Yes. Yes. Miet
Cool.
and
Pasha.
Pasha and Bastian. We are trying to get inside of the building. The roof is partially open, so I can just fly in. Would you like to get inside of my bag of holding so that I can just fly you in?
What will happen if you I don't know. I'm not saying you will, but what would happen if you drop the bag?
It would fall to the ground and probably go bleh, but you wouldn't feel anything. It's a pocket dimension inside. You actually are
Oh.
basically in like a nice little room. It looks like I got one that's kind of fancy. It's got a nice little storage container inside. It's purely illusion, but yeah.
Well, that sounds nice. Although I will let you know that Bastin and I, we are a bit on the heavier side.
I might have to do you one at a time, but we can do that.
Oh, okay. Bastin might not like that, but we will give it a go.
Well, we can test it out here first, and she'll set the bag down, let it get big and open as she can get it. Or have someone else do, open it as big as we can, and then have you guys test the bag.
What's your
Yeah.
combined weight, Pasha and Bastin?
Well, she would start off with one at a time.
Yes.
She would see if she can get Bastion in there.
Let's see. Go to my description. Give me a second, and I'll let you know. I don't know what it is for Bastin, though.
All right, I'm here. Yeah, that's right. Take your pills. What the hell, Dan?
You said send you a direct message, so I did.
You told me I suck, and then you tell me this.
That's so funny.
You didn't know. Dan or Joe sent me a message that just says "You suck" from Dan.
That's really funny.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Let's say Pasha is about 198.
Okay. It's saying wolves get about 145 pounds.
Okay.
Let me check the specifics of the bag of holding, because I don't remember off the top of my
Is it
head.
500.
Get
Up
about
to
how
500.
much?
500.
Oh,
Not exceeding a
Second.
volume of 64 cubic feet. That's at least
Huge.
that's plenty. You've got plenty of space to get at least two of you in here at a time.
Yeah. This is not a handy haversack.
No, this is a bag of holding. Like she is a crafter. Have you met someone with crafting supplies, Daniel? I say, knowing full well what exists in your house.
Yes. Yes.
Just for everybody's knowledge, the inside of her bag of holding looks like that on the walls. Except it's very Fae themed. It's more like Fae and like rainbow clouds and like
Looks
it's
like that.
just
Got it.
super
It's in
weird
the Discord.
on the inside. It's
On the
pure
inside
illusion
of the bag.
on the inside of the bag. Because
Okay.
that is so much space, and she can fit in and out of this bag super easily. So she made sure the inside of the bag was pretty. And it's very well organized.
Yeah, she goes
Very
in, she does 15 minutes of work, comes out, goes back in, does 15 minutes of work, comes out, goes back in.
It's not that so much as it's just she keeps it very organized. She goes in and organizes everything. She doesn't have to, because the bag does it for her, but she does it anyway. That's the personality we have here, guys. It's great.
is it
And
in
it's-
like
It's under the GIF tab in the Discord.
Yeah, sorry, GIF, Discord, or oh man, like
Oh my gosh. Only
Just-
her. Only her.
just yeah, it's let's see. Actually, I'll find a
Beautiful and
better picture.
crazy.
I'll find a better picture that would actually fit better for her. Because I realized something about her that is important. It's more
Well,
like a Feywild, like a very like Feywild landscape. paintings on the wall. Like, you know how some people have like an entire wall that's a landscape painting? It's like that, but
Yeah.
it crosses all of the walls.
Well, that's cool.
And it would be Feywild.
That's
But
cool.
like bright, shiny, crazy Feywild. Like that kind of shit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right?
I feel like when Pasha like finally like enters, she'll be like, "Oh my goodness, it is so huge!" And then she'll like touch the wall, and she'll be like, "Never mind, it is just beautiful."
So you have to squeeze yourself into the bag because it's only a 2-foot opening.
Yeah,
It's very
Uh,
snug, but you
was
can
it yeah, you could do that.
2-foot diameter. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very possible for someone to crawl through. It's just very snug for a Goliath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like shimmy that you have to do the shimmy with your arms up kind of thing to get it, and we're just like tugging it down over your body. That's kind of what I imagine.
Just like a, I am sucking in. Ooh.
Ugh.
Yes. Okay, I am in. I am fine now. Yes, I am good.
When you
I
get
just realized
inside,
something.
you realize that there's no oxygen.
There is enough minute for 15 minutes.
Oh, 15
of
minutes of oxygen.
air.
Okay.
There is. It very, very specifically
Does it
says
say that?
the
Okay.
bag has. Oh, it's 10 minutes. Excuse me. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive for a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures.
Gotcha.
After which they begin to suffocate.
Okay, cool. So very minimal oxygen.
Yes. So you guys, the two of you in there together, could last for 5 minutes. Which
great. Hope that's enough time.
I mean, we're just going onto the roof, right?
Yeah.
This is just to get in the building.
Yep. You're just flying
Because
down
the door was sealed, right? Like it.
Yes.
Don't do that, please. Thank you. Okay. So, I was talking to the cat.
cool.
So yeah, you guys can all just move inside now. I'll drop you all in there.
Right, yeah, Nico's going in, looking around. Gonna investigate the room.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's just glass everywhere. Everything's all ripped up and smashed.
Stairs.
The statue is covered in dirt and filth, but it's not destroyed.
Can we tell what kind of shrine it is? Like who is it to? It's like a holy shrine, right?
You knew who. Were you the one that rolled the religion check? I think it was.
Yeah.
This is Sloon. Or Soon.
Soon, the goddess of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Same one we've already been dealing with.
Yes.
The last one I just posted in GIF is how I actually think the actual Feywild looks.
Yeah. So, the dirt and stuff smeared on the statue makes it appear as if the statue is weeping.
Ooh, that's cool.
That looks like desecrating of a statue to me. But are these stairs? Do they go anywhere?
They descend down.
Hey guys, there's stairs over there. Sorry.
Are you all wanting to go down the stairs?
I mean, there's nothing in here, right?
There's two different sets of stairs.
Yes.
Do they both
they
go
just,
the same?
It's a continuation, sorry.
Okay. That's fine.
Did you say the desecration bit out loud in character?
Yes.
I'm going to clean off the face of the statue.
Okay.
I'll
Wait,
just
are
like
they
climb
angels?
up however I need to and be very gentle, but sort of like clean off that face.
It's a statue of Soon, the goddess.
She when you clean it off, it takes a minute. It's a smiling face.
Like creepy smile or like sweet smile?
So
Like glaring, like creepy.
it's a happy smile.
Okay. Well, it
Was
could
it like that
be happy and
before I was
creepy.
cleaning it, or could I make out a face before I was cleaning
You
it,
could,
or was it just too dirty?
The dirt and everything was done in a way that made it look like it was weeping.
Gotcha. So okay.
So it was purposeful.
It seems so.
That's why she said it looked like some sort of desecration.
Who could have done this?
And why?
Well, probably the same people who took over the temple and probably turned the original people into ugly people and then are being bad people. My guess is either someone took over the temple that was originally a Soon temple.
Is the architecture style the same in like here as it is in like the resort?
Yes. Yeah.
I think the owners or whoever they are obviously behind this.
Well, yeah.
They clearly have some kind of.
Are these like shards of
vendetta
things on the
against
ground?
her.
Yeah, it's
It's
glass.
glass.
It's from the mirrors.
Do
Man,
we
I wish I
know?
had a way to repair that.
Do we know of any
I mean, I have mending. I can put
people
the
or
pieces
creatures
back
or
together.
anything that would hate? What's her name?
Soon. Religious antithesis.
Not
Yeah.
specifically.
Or that would hate, because she's the goddess of beauty,
Mhm.
that just hates beauty. Like, I mean, I think I know what it is, but
So does DJ. Hey, that's the roar that Bruno sent me.
I figured it probably was. I love it.
Oh, Bruno.
Quick
is that
question.
would be like
for
a
the team.
religion roll, or I guess not religion. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just trying to think.
This room isn't like trapped or anything, is it? Probably should have checked.
I mean,
for
I
that
said I
before.
investigated, but he didn't have me roll it. So
No.
I'm assuming I passed.
Did you actually?
First thing I did when I got in here, I said I investigate.
Oh.
Here, there you go. It's safe.
Oh, good. I just
Except for-
really, I
except for
don't
that
know
dragon
what
eye.
the. There's. It's I'm looking at this map, like this little like section, and it's like screaming to me that there is a solution. And without being too metagamey, I don't know exactly what it is.
I don't know what you're at. I didn't hear what you said. There's what?
I said I feel like there's like a glaring solution. Like
I think
and
we should
I-
just keep going. Just
Yeah.
keep looking.
Yeah, we got to go
Probably.
downstairs at the very
Let's
least.
go downstairs.
Clearing the face was a really good idea.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
you made it happy.
I thought about it. Zill would have done it. Artie would not. Artie doesn't.
Is not like
do
super
that.
religious, but he doesn't believe in like desecrating just for the sake of desecrating.
Yeah.
I mean, he's religious isn't the word to totally describe him. He's very spiritual, and he like respects other like belief systems, and he doesn't really have a super strict belief system himself, but
Mm-hmm.
he has a deep respect for those beliefs, and to see a deity defaced like that just rubbed him the wrong way. Yeah, I think yeah, let's go downstairs.
Yeah.
I think that's the next move.
I don't know which way is up and down, but I'm doing it.
They're
doing
both down. It's just like a
doing it.
curved staircase. It's just the art
Oh,
didn't
it goes.
connect.
Okay.
I think is what he said.
As far as I can think, there's not really any specific monsters or anything that hate Soon. I think it's more of like
It's just what she stands for is what I'm leaning towards.
yeah, she stands for beauty, love. So
Is there a god of like hatred and known for particular ugliness or anything like that? I think that's what
probably like Pelor. I would.
you motherfucker.
I met that guy. He was ugly as hell.
Yeah, he's a shithead.
Oh man.
Oh.
Somewhere
Yes!
an
Jordan
angel
wins.
just is grinding her teeth at you.
Wins.
okay, I moved you guys over to a map. Don't
Oh, there we
don't go anywhere yet.
go.
Can
Everybody start moving.
you summon my camera to where my character is?
Did it not move everyone?
It did, but it didn't. I
On
was
the right.
on the right. Okay.
Extreme right.
You
I was
all
like, I don't know where I was. It put me in a black hole, so I didn't see where my token was.
Over here.
I gotcha. I found it.
can you guys see the?
Yeah,
I
I
see
see
the
where our
stairs.
tokens are.
Okay, you just see the stairs.
I see the stairs and this.
And this.
That's as far as I can see. And even that
you
where it
remember
says
this
40,
little-
I can't see it. I see,
Okay.
yeah, I see a little something right
Cool.
there.
Good to know. Okay. Okay.
see this
So
little-
you guys are descending the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to be as perceptive as possible, trying to just look for anything that may not look right.
Okay.
On the way down.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Everyone?
Pass without trace still?
Mhm.
Or did that wear off?
No, it
It's
lasts
10
for an
minutes.
hour. I
Or an
think.
hour. Even better.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Where are you? Button.
Is everybody rolling stealth?
Ooh,
Yes.
Down.
34.
39.
17. Oh no.
22.
Oh no, you would have
Let's
17.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yep.
17.
Sadness.
You have disadvantage?
Their armor.
Yeah, it's my armor.
Yeah, that's her armor.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that the nat 1 still got a 21.
No, it doesn't count. I have advantage.
I know, but even with a nat 1, you would have had a 21 in that moment.
Wild.
It's
Yep.
so gross.
And that's
I mean,
why skill
he's
checks
an
don't
owl.
auto fail because
I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
even a nat 1 for him is an 11.
yeah. Okay. So you guys start descending the stairs. You feel like it's been pretty quiet. As you get lower, a soft white glow rises through the end of the hallway at these stairs down here.
I can see that.
Are we telepathy again, by the way? Looking at you, Owlboy.
Let's see how many of us are there. Yeah, I will cast it on everyone.
Okay.
For how long?
It is. I will have to roll. I can find my
6. Do it. Just roll a 6.
6 isn't here. Hold on, I'm seeing what I have to roll.
It's not a
think it's a
natural
D4.
20, so he can't pull a 6 right now.
No, I mean
Lol,
like a
no.
6 with on his. Doesn't he roll a d6 for the
I
how
know.
long the?
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying he's not rolling d20, so he can't roll natural 20 critical.
Oh.
Haha, gotcha.
No, but I'm trying to see it.
I think you roll 1d4 hours. It would be under your
No.
features under racial? Or no, under class features.
This is a class one.
I don't know why I explained that to you as if you didn't know your own character
It
sheet. I'm sorry, I
is
feel like an
a
asshole.
D6
It is a d6. See, I was wrong.
for 6 hours.
Fuck yeah!
There you go. Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, you guys got 6 hours of telepathy.
Yay.
So who's leading the charge downstairs?
I just want to get closer.
Nico and Artie could take the lead.
Because they don't have to touch the ground.
Yeah. That's honestly, like, we
Yeah.
both have good stealth and we don't have to
And,
touch the
yeah.
ground.
I'm
Cause,
gonna peek around the corner.
yeah, same. Oh,
What the?
I'll bring up the rear.
I'm only on top of him for just a second. I'm up near the ceiling, basically, because I can just hover right at the ceiling.
Okay. So, as you look further into this room, there is the glow appears to be raising from that water. It's a square pool set into the floor of this chamber. There's torn cushions, rugs and tapestries and clothing have been piled up in one corner as a makeshift bed, while twig scraps of deadfall form a simple campfire nearby.
Underground
say,
campfire.
do I see?
Rolling magic
There's a
pool.
token there, Dan. I don't know if I'm supposed to see that.
There is a token there.
A
You want to
person.
roll a perception check?
I'll help him with that.
Well, I'm rolling one of my own. Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Both of you got 8.
Can I not help him?
How can you help
What
with the
are how are you
perception check
perceiving
in
behind
this?
me?
Yeah,
I'm helping him perceive. I'm just like pointing, like in a like, hey, look over there.
You're around the corner.
With an 8, you can tell that there's something over there, but you don't know what it is.
There's
you want me to get a closer look up along the
someone or
ceiling?
something. I just kind of like turn my head at you and like I can do the same.
It's true. The flapping of owl near the ceiling,
Near sound.
slightly more noticeable.
It's
I mean,
near
not with a
sound.
39.
Owls are
roll.
literally
true.
the quietest flying animal in the history of animals. They have evolved to be silent and slow.
It's true. They evolved to fly and soar long distances quietly.
Yeah, I'll
They're
sneak up as close as
actual-
I can so I can tell what it is,
Okay.
Right.
or however close you want me to get.
Owls inside buildings, and I'm not saying that we need to penalize our local owl here. I'm just saying that owls inside buildings are hilariously not silent because they don't
That's because
understand.
actual owls are very dumb and they would
It's
panic.
right. Like I
I've
said, we don't
seen-
need to penalize you. You would know what you're doing.
But I've
But
also seen an owl fly in a video studio, like an audio recording session, to
Yeah.
literally gauge how quiet owls are.
Okay. So, as you get closer, your owl eyes pick up the moving of snakes.
What do your owl eyes see?
Snakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's Medusa.
as soon
It
as
is
you say
Medusa.
snakes, Artie puts on her
I
goggles.
didn't say anything.
Fine. All right.
Okay.
That's fair.
at snakes.
Already puts on her collar. Artie
Pasha will
is
lick her lips.
following behind slowly.
I can tell it's a humanoid, though, right?
No, not with an 8.
I don't get a reroll when I get closer.
When you get to about here, I'll let you reroll.
Since he's going off towards the person, I want to fly over to the pool and look down over the pool,
Okay.
but from the ceiling height still, and see if there's if I can see what the source of the light is.
Yeah.
God damn it! What the? I'm gonna use my reroll. This is ridiculous.
Lol.
Or not my reroll. My
Inspo.
no.
Nice.
+8 to that roll.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
17.
Submerged in the pool appears to be some kind of circular thing with a handle.
A circular thing with a handle.
That is
that
radiating light.
Are we talking like a mirror-shaped object? Are we talking like a
Maybe.
pot or a pan or a...
It might be a mirror-shaped object.
Okay, so it's like one straight handle, not like a curved handle that loops back or anything?
Yeah, it's a straight handle.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a new perception check, Artie. I'm gonna have Nico make one. Oh, you already did.
Yeah.
The person that you see there now is asleep, but they have a mane of coiling serpents as hair.
I knew it! I knew it! It's a medusa!
It is Medusa. Do I know what a
don't
Medusa
know
is?
if I have any ways to protect myself from this.
Do you tell us
Do
this?
I know what that is? I mean, I would say this is a person with snake hair.
Go ahead and make a religion check, Nico.
I know what...
Pasha now?
Oh!
13.
Artie is... Okay. Get out of character. Give me a second. I need to breathe. I just got really excited. This is the moon elf. This is the moon elf. The one who, looking at her own reflection is now cursed to never be able to look at her own reflection or turn into a stone. This has got to be the moon elf lady. I am 100% certain. If you want to disappear and have me test it on my own, I absolutely will. But I am 100% certain that that's who this is.
Do I know what that
I'm
is?
sorry, I'm too smart. What? I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
He had me roll religion.
Oh,
Yep.
religion.
Yes.
Yes,
No. You do know what a medusa is. You don't know a whole lot about them, but you do know that their gaze turns people to stone.
I will relay that.
I went on the
Tasha
assumption
is
that Artie
asleep,
would
but-
know, seeing as...
She's asleep, but make sure you divert your eyes.
Would Pasha know anything? Can I roll to see if she would know anything?
When you say it.
I just told you.
Yeah.
Like the...
Like, knows
So-
anything more.
Oh, gotcha.
So there's the kind of image.
Yeah.
I would like to posit to the group that maybe, because the Medusa may have wanted to alter her appearance, pleaded to the goddess soon, and was denied and caused the ruckus upstairs.
I can tell you now that if she was the leader, she would not be sleeping in a place looking like this, and she would not be in a place where she could see her own reflection.
Yeah, can you see what's in the pool, or you just tell that there's something there? Well, you rolled
Well,
it,
I
never
saw there
mind.
was something, but I didn't actually go look because I got distracted apparently by that natural 1 perception check.
I'll take a gander at what's in there.
Out of
Hey,
character,
that's my
I'm
cousin.
99% sure it's a mirror.
Perception.
But I could be wrong.
Oh, 13.
Um,
Great
So-
roll.
it appears to be a hand mirror.
See, I say it appears to be a hand mirror. I say this all through the telepathy. I'm not saying anything out loud, trying to stay as quiet as possible so as to not wake this thing.
Okay, guys, can I test this, please?
That's the mirror.
No, my theory. Like, if you guys go hide in the hallway, and then I will, ask her.
Or we could just take the mirror.
But no, I think she's one of the people who's trapped here against her will. Because there's no way getting in or out of this building. That door was locked upstairs and not from the inside. I don't think. I didn't actually check. I'm guessing this. She's totally
It
lying
was
through her teeth.
sealed, right? The door.
It was sealed. Yeah, it definitely did not look like, and it was transparent.
It was like
You
a
said?
resin.
A resin. Was it see your own reflection?
No.
Okay.
It was just like coated over with something so that it is like solid.
Like sealed, seal coating.
Yeah.
Hmm
Okay. Yeah. And all the
Hardened
mirrors
tree
upstairs. And all the mirrors upstairs were broken in anger and a rage, and then the statue was weeping. This is probably an actual devout worshiper of Soon who got turned into this. And I absolutely will try. I will ask her myself.
It just feels like an unnecessary risk when we know what this creature is capable of.
You know what I'm capable of. I know what you're capable of. You seen that owl? You seen what his feathers can do?
Well,
Every
yes,
single
but
one of us here is dangerous.
Yes,
but-
absolutely. But I would rather not get into a fight in this against something that is potentially
She
trying
makes
to deceive us in this area.
She makes a big, grandiose gesture towards the stairs. I said I would do it by myself, so you don't have to take that risk. I am so positively certain that this person is not our enemy. If
We
I'm
don't
wrong,
need
it's
to
my own life
expose
I'm risking. And
ourselves to speak to her. We
I
can
don't really
simply
need
speak
to.
from the stairs.
Exactly, and I can get out really quickly and unseen. And I mean, worst case scenario, I know that mirror reflections is a thing. I can just hide in the water for a few minutes, grab the mirror, and hide under the mirror, and run away. Like, I mean, there's so many ways I can get out. Please, I really think I have to know if I'm right. She's like hovering and like quivering in air and doing this like super dramatic pose, and her voice is quivering in your heads. You get the feeling that she's the kind of person who has to find out. She has to find out if she's right. If she has a hypothesis, she has to test it. Also, that's one of the character traits that I rolled when I was building her. Please, please. I won't make you guys do anything. You guys
But
can
it
go
puts
all
us
the way
all at
upstairs.
risk if this isn't a friendly person. Whether
I
or
mean-
not it puts everybody at risk. This isn't just you taking all the risk here.
I mean, you guys can even leave the building.
Okay,
If you're
but
really
then
that
then we're leaving somebody behind
that knows the
is
risks,
a friend.
that knows the risks and is accepting the risks. And I get it, and I actually am genuinely appreciative and genuinely touched by your concern for me.
Nico's just shakes his head and goes up to the stairs.
Yeah, I say just do whatever you feel you must.
I must.
And I just go back around the corner.
So, before we continue, may I check to see if I know anything?
Yes. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Yeah.
You know they turn people to stone, and yes.
Okay. That was useless.
That's okay. It happens. Sometimes you guys have the same knowledge.
So Artie is gonna put on her. I assume that her helmet has a visor built into it because that's what I keep imagining with her. Because is that acceptable? That her helmet has a visor? I say goggles, but I mean like visor.
Are you wanting it to obscure vision?
Well, that's the thing. Is what I was gonna say is she wants to like have those on and like muddied, or like kind of like there's no way for. You know what? She has ways of she'll just make sure her eyes are closed.
Okay.
And she'll go over to where the person is. To about here.
Okay.
And she's gonna use Mage Hand to very gently tap her on the shoulder and like kind of try and wake her up. But like actively like using her peripheral vision only, and as soon as she starts to stir, Artie's gonna close her eyes.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss. I don't mean to bother you, but I have a quick question.
How would she react? I need you to make a persuasion check as she's waking up to not show your hostility.
Flat 10.
Flat 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Where did it go? Right here. Okay. Okay. She kind of sits up and kind of like does a scan over the room. You're stealth check. Yeah, she doesn't see you because you're stealth check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have my eyes closed, so I wouldn't see, and I'm up near the ceiling, so I wouldn't be able to see what she's doing at the moment.
Okay.
Does she say anything?
At the moment, no.
Ma'am, are you there? Are you awake, ma'am? Or miss? I'm so sorry. I don't really know what pronouns to use for you. If you're there, I can't see you. I have my eyes closed for obvious reasons.
You hear her shift.
Oh. Well, it sounds like you're there. Well, okay, to be short, long story short, I'm here because we're looking for a friend that went, a friend of a friend of a friend that went missing, and we found out he's been cursed, and then we found these paintings, and I was wondering, are you not really what you appear to be? If you can't talk, you can do 1 slap on the ground for yes and 2 for no.
Huh. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of how she would react.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be like, Are you not one of the... Are you not here to torment me?
Oh no, not at all. Actually, here, let me. Where is it? And she's gonna like tap on her body until she finds one of her little lights that she has, built into her armor, because that's one of her little artificer trick things she could do. So she's gonna tap one of the lights and activate it so that she becomes glowing and therefore visible. I'm up here. You should probably be able to see me now. I have my eyes closed, so I can't actually see what you're doing. But hi, I'm up here.
She'd be like, what do you want then?
Oh, well, we're here to help people. Our friend who was friend of a friend of a friend who was cursed. We were gonna help bust him out of here, and I was wondering if you wanted to go too. If you're one of the people who is also been cursed. And yeah, I know there's curse and you guys, and then the paintings and something about like angel blood.
Go ahead and roll another persuasion.
Can I have advantage because I'm being as open as inhumanly possible? I mean, it's up to you. I rolled a 9 or a 2, so.
Okay.
I feel like this person like prayed for extreme beauty, and when she wanted to leave, they made it so no one could ever look upon her without dying again or something.
Yeah, that's very possible. And that's basically Artie's theory, is it was something to that effect, that she is one of the victims.
What is your name, little one?
Well, I mean, like, I have several names, but Artie is what I go by mostly. Artie, short for Artemis. The Huntress. Something like that. And she's like slowly lowering herself down until she feels her feet on the ground. And she's just gonna sit on the ground right where she is, legs crossed, eyes still closed.
Okay.
In a very, this is me obviously putting myself at your mercy. I'm putting my trust in you here. Kind of signal.
You hear her move forward.
She sits there and she's kind of like doing her like I'm a very bouncy person, back and forth, kind of wiggling around, but she's just kind of waiting for her to make the next move.
My name is Silverine Silversong.
Oh, are you the one who wrote that pretty book?
What book do you speak of?
Wait, was it? It wasn't. There was a book that was the one that it's like all about how to be beautiful and have a better life and stuff, and then it's actually the book that opened up a portal to bring us here. I think that's the book that was out of character. I can't remember. In character, I think Artie would know better, but
Are you talking about The Price of Beauty?
that's the one.
Yes, that was me.
I gotcha. Let me guess. Some assholes showed up, corrupted your temple, took over, cursed you to look like, or to turn you into a thing that can't, express beauty. And then, well, I mean, you can still be beautiful, just if people look at you, then you die, or they die, is a thing. Which is why, again, of course, that I have my eyes closed. Sorry about that. No offense, please, just, you know. Yeah, does that sound about right? Sorry, I'm kind of this like really weird, high energetic person sometimes, so if I'm too fast or too much for you, just let me know and I'll calm down.
I was once the priestess of this temple. But my own self-doubt led me to make a deal, and I was manipulated. I believe it was 10 years ago.
Oh dear. Well, anything I can do to help to get you out of the deal and fix everything?
All I know is that the hags who cursed me did it with a painting.
Oh. Because I found a couple magical paintings. One included a really. She's gonna use her. She's gonna like stand up, turn around, and like kind of peek open her eyes just to make sure she's like safe. And she's gonna cast magic illusion to summon the image of the book. And she's gonna then do the image of the painting. And she's doing it big enough so that the person behind her should be able to see this. She's gonna do a picture of the. She's gonna create the minor illusion of the painting, and be like, "Is this you?"
She'll be like, yes, that is indeed the painting.
Okay, perfect. I know what to do. It's just trying to get the painting out of here. You know, I could probably do it. DM, I'm gonna question you a DM. Words. Is it a 1-for-1 ratio, or can I split it up between the 4?
You don't know.
Okay. Can I roll to see if she can find out? I'll roll once I have later.
That
Okay,
would kind
well,
of have to be a trial and error, you think.
You wouldn't happen to know where I could get a large amount of celestial blood, would ya? I think that's a key component in breaking the spell, but I don't know how much. So.
Unfortunately, I do not.
Well, shit.
Isn't this is out of character? Aren't familiars celestials?
Some familiars are celestials, but not all of them.
Is Horsey?
Horsey is a fae, I believe. And unfortunately, also, summoned familiars, once they are, like, if a part of them is severed or if they die, instead their body dematerializes, or the part dematerializes.
They don't bleed.
They don't bleed, so
Damn
it
it.
wouldn't work. We would actually need to go to the realm, find the original body of said spirit, and take its blood, assuming it was a celestial and not a fae. But that is kind of probably a violation of most familiar pacts. Just saying. Anyway.
Go find your real familiar and bleed them.
That's basically what she just said, but also clarified. Probably not okay to do, so, from a society standpoint. Okay, well, out of character, I forgot this lady's first name.
Sylvain.
Sylvain. And the last name?
Silversong, I believe.
Silversong. And what is the proper title of respect for as if you're addressing an elven kind? Like Miss, Madam, Lady, Lord. Well, not Lady, or not Lord, but you know.
Yeah. It depends. She
would basically say Miss Silversong or Lady Silversong.
Okay, yeah.
Just
Either of those
basically
would be
addressing
fine.
her very politely. Would you like to leave this place? Because I can help get you out of here at the very least, and I know where that painting is, and I think I know how to break the spell. You want some help?
Make one more persuasion check.
Don't make me do it.
Oof.
Can I have advantage, please?
That
With
one
everything I have done?
Yes, that one you can have advantage.
Thank you. I have a 19. I was like, I was that where I was gonna have to use that one inspiration per game, if that's still a thing. But
Yeah, I'm
by
down.
the way, is that still a thing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll stick with the 19. I can handle the 19.
Okay.
I ask telepathically to.
I would have kept you guys updated this whole time.
Well, I know I've heard it all.
I
I'm
assume
sure
that
we
was
could hear it
out
all just
loud
around the corner.
since she can't talk telepathically.
Well, I know. I just want to say, does she know we're here? Like telepathically? It's just, does she know we're here? Or...
You hear a response. I haven't mentioned you yet. I was waiting for permission to mention you. Can I mention? Are you cool with that? If I be like, hey, by the way, my friends are around the corner.
I would wait to see what her reaction is.
Well, yeah. If she agrees to join us, blah blah blah.
I would also. I mean, can I roll insight on her answer? I just want to preemptively say I would like to insight whatever she says.
I would like to point out that my character actively choose not to roll insight on her. Because I was in Zill for so long, I choose not to be that anymore. At least not this character.
Okay. Go ahead and roll insight. Yeah, sure. Just listening. You do have disadvantage because you're just listening.
13.
Okay. From what you can hear, it sounds... There's like a hint of anger under her voice, but she doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay. I mentioned that in the telepathy as well.
Dan, did you draw this map?
No, I found it.
Oh, it's a really good map. I was just really appreciating it.
Yeah, it was really well done.
We're in the bottom right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're here. I'm pinging.
Okay. So...
I'm lost.
Upper right.
Oh, top right. I thought it was bottom. There we are. Thank you.
She will move back over to her blankets and pillows and everything. And you'll hear a ripping sound.
A ringing?
A ripping.
A ripping.
And she will tie a blindfold around her eyes.
Does she tell me she does this?
Really? 1 second.
It's eye contact with her, so if she covers her eyes, it works. Perfect. Okay. Does she mention that she's covering her eyes once it's safe to look at her?
She will be like, I have covered my eyes.
Excellent.
Insight check.
Ooh.
Artie doesn't hesitate at all. Simply turns around, still does not look up into her eyes, but turns around, opens her bag, and basically tosses it to her. Or like holds... No. Shit, I just realized I can't throw this at her. That's fine. I have my mage hand take the bag over to her and basically hand it to her and say, this is a bag of holding. If you crawl inside of it, then I pick it up. I can just carry you out. You only can be in there for about 10 minutes before the breathing becomes difficult, but it shouldn't take anywhere near that long to get out because I could just go through the roof, fly out, and we're about gone. Okay? Now, before you get in, I will let you know I do have some compatriots that I'm working with, and when you get out of the bag, they will be there. Don't be alarmed. They're my friends. They're helping the situation, okay?
Okay. She'll nod.
Excellent. Okay.
Ask her what she knows about the Hags.
Out of character, can you repeat that?
I said ask her what she knows about the Hags.
The Hags. Okay. Yes. Gaining, I think that getting her out of here, she'll be more likely to open up, gaining her trust. I truly do not think she means us any harm.
Oh,
Hey, Dan,
did I
can
believe her with the insight check, Dan?
Yes, yes, you did.
Sure.
Dan, can I roll a maybe history check? When the guy at the front desk, when I was reading his mind and like right as it cut out, there was a like those damn and then H sound.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll a history check to see if like it clicks now or like whatever
Sure.
you
Yeah.
think
That
that
was
roll
Dan
would be?
Hags.
Was it Hags that like? Can I piece that together once I hear that?
Homeowners Association.
Roll a history, yeah.
Okay, history.
This was like an hour or two ago.
Yeah. Oh man.
Some damn homeowners association.
I really thought that was going somewhere else when I heard
4.
homeowners.
Unless I had advantage
Damn
for
homo
no
sapiens.
reason.
Yeah, it for some reason it doesn't click.
Okay. Well, it does for DJ.
I mean, it
I
clicked
rolled
last
it.
time.
Fucking. I rolled at least a 15 IRL to remember that.
Excellent. Because I had forgotten.
Once I realized there was 3 of them last game, I was like, oh, it's fucking Hags a bit.
She'll be like, I need to retrieve something before.
Oh.
And she goes over and descends into the pool. And fishes around for the mirror.
I will use my mage hand to help her find it. I'll have my mage hand grab her hand and gently guide it to the mirror.
Okay, she'll
It's
pick
in
it
the
up,
water.
and she'll
It's coming.
she'll just kind of hold on to it, and then she'll climb back out.
Here, let me, and Artie's gonna grab one of the pieces of cloth. Here, let me wrap that up so it's nice and safe, so it doesn't lose any pieces of its glass, okay?
She'll be like, okay.
And I'll wrap it up nice and safe so that she can hold it without any chance of her accidentally looking into it herself, because that's the thing, obviously. And for having it, so she doesn't cut herself, poor girl. And then I will help guide her into the bag of holding if we're ready for that.
The mirror is not broken.
Oh, good, perfect. I'll make sure, but it's still to protect the mirror and to protect her from the mirror.
And then you do find out that the mirror is the thing that is actually letting off the light.
Ah, perfect. Artie's still glowing at the moment, though.
Yes. So, okay. I guess she'll climb into the bag.
Excellent. And we'll take my bag and I will go back over and be like, all right, guys. We should go to the woods. Or do you want me to just go get the other people now? Well, no, I should definitely not put them in there with her. Let's go to the woods.
So when you walk,
Nope, don't move.
when you walk out to see us, Pasha's going to be bent down. She's going to be covering Bastion's eyes, and she's going to have lifted up his paw to cover up hers.
No, I
That is the
absolutely
most
love the
anime
idea.
shit.
I
That is
love
the
the
most-
idea that he did it himself. He reached up to
Yes.
cover yours and you covered his. It was perfect.
Yes.
That is the most anime shit I've ever heard.
Did that pull you guys all of your tokens?
Yes.
It did. It also brought Bastion's picture up.
Yes, I actually did the wrong keys.
That's okay though. We love Bastion. So we are up back out near where Dearden is. We explain everything to Dearden. Super quickly because we don't have, too long of air left in my bag. And explain that we are gonna let her out. And I will open the bag, eyes closed, peek my body in, stick my head in, be like, Okay, please put the blindfold on if it's not already on, and come on out. I will have my mage hand here and ready. Just put your hand on it, and it will guide you out when you're ready. And I will
A
pop my head
mage
back down.
hand guiding somebody is really cool visual
Yeah.
imagery.
It's fucking great. Because I imagine I can feel it, because I can control it. So I feel when she puts her hand on the mage hand, or like in the mage hand, it would just kind of like slowly tug her hand gently
Yeah.
the correct direction. Guys, I'm so fucking smart. Creative use of magic. This is why I wanted to play an Art of Sir.
Okay, so you guys are all out of the temple.
All right. So we've got several extra people here, so don't be spooked. I will let them introduce themselves as they feel comfortable to do. Does anybody need introductions?
I don't think Nico would say anything.
No.
I don't think
Yeah.
Nico would. I was not going to out anybody in particular, but I feel like Dearden absolutely would introduce himself because he's the kind of guy who would do that.
I think in
I-
this
I would-
situation he would not, though.
You know what?
I would introduce myself.
Considering
You're
who
right.
she is,
Because
he didn't want to come here.
yeah, you're right. I don't think he would because Artie would have told him who she was by name
Mm-hmm.
and explained who she was if he didn't make the connection himself. So yeah,
Yes.
because Artie is the I'm over explaining everything type.
Dearden would probably actually take a step away.
Yeah,
and-
Dearden probably would. Yeah, that works. So yeah, but like if anybody wants to introduce themselves, and then awkward pause while everybody thinks.
Yeah, I introduce myself.
Nice.
Hello, my name's Tenzin. Glad we could get you out of this situation. Potentially. We'll try our best.
Then Pasha will kind of still like kind of like covering her eyes. She'll be like, "Hello, beautiful snake woman. I am Pasha, and this is my beautiful wolf companion, Destin. It is lovely to meet you, and I hope we can help you."
Artie takes particular note of the Medusa's face when Pasha calls her beautiful.
Pasha's just assuming.
I know,
Just to
but
clarify.
but given that this person's whole thing was beauty and then had that taken away from her to have a complete stranger call her beautiful, for me I would be like, "Oh, you think I'm beautiful?" Me.
Rip off her blindfold.
She will.
You're just statue.
She definitely will seem shocked by the statement. And then she'll be like, "Thank you for the compliment."
And Pasha will be like, "You are very welcome, and you are very polite."
Oh,
then
I
she'll
love
kinda,
this.
She'll like talk to Bastin, and she'll be like, "She seems like a nice person," but like it's just like it's quiet, but it's loud enough that everybody could hear her.
It's obvious that you're talking to someone else, but it's loud enough everyone hears it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So what are you guys doing now?
All right. So, I think the next step. So, do you know anyone who would be a male tiefling? What color was he? Purple. In the painting?
Purplish, yeah.
A purple male tiefling who likes a lot of jewelry.
I have not seen anyone besides little creatures that come to torment me.
Mm-hmm. But even from like before the
Even before.
Hags. Okay.
They came to my temple when I was still the priestess.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So you
who
were their
becomes the
first victim.
tormentor?
The hags.
I do
She
not
said
know
little
this.
creatures.
Did you not call them hags in canon yet?
No, he just said some little creatures come to torment her.
Oh.
Sent by the hags. She has said hags.
He said hags. Okay, so that we
Yeah.
know in canon that it's 3 hags.
Well, you
Pretending
know it's
to be beauty people?
hags.
We know as hags. We
Don't know how many.
don't know how
Well,
many.
fair. We know that it's a coven of hags. It very well could be an entire... That's a lot of hags. Oh god, this is gonna be fun. I'm so excited. Let's do this. Okay, so you were the first victim. There were 3 other paintings we found. 2 of the other victims we know of. The third one is a purple tiefling. And I haven't seen anyone who fits that description. None of us really have. But then again, you didn't really fit the perfect description of yours, so maybe he could be something else. If he really liked gemstones, and I don't know what he like. I don't know what kind of punishment they do to him. Or punishment. I air quotes. I'm sorry. She says air quotes out loud in that moment. By the way. I'm sorry. I was talking too much. You guys can talk now.
Pasha has not stopped whispering to Bastin.
Well, I guess the next step would be go get the other 2 people and the paintings. But I have to find a way. Ma'am, do you have any, magic that you are able to do? I mean, I realize this might sound insensitive because I realize the whole, well, if I had magic, I would have used it. But I understand that maybe your magic wouldn't have been suited for an escape, but it could be suited for something else. Sorry if that was insensitive. I'm sorry.
I do have magic, but ever since becoming this, my magic has not been present.
Oh.
I do have some just basic innate abilities that I have learned over the years. I can teleport a little bit. I can create a fog cloud.
Mm.
But beyond that, I don't really have.
Understood. If I were to potentially break the curse on you, how powerful would you say you are on a scale of, say, 1 to 20?
She'll be like, I honestly don't know. I don't know if my god has forsaken me. It's been 10 years.
I mean...
Did you desecrate the statue?
I did put the dirt on it. I did smash the temple in my anger.
Well, plenty of time to ask forgiveness after we break the curse.
I think, yeah, a god of love and beauty understands the dark side of that as well.
If they're really a god of love, they understand that love has rough patch. That being said, my computer screen just went all black. Give me a sec. That being said, so I examined the magic on the painting. That's kind of why it took me so long while I was gone. It is definitely... I'm pretty sure that if you put celestial blood on the painting, it breaks the curse. But I don't know how much. shortly before we took this job, Deirdre and I were hunting a creature called Coatl, and I harvested 1 vial of its blood. And a Coatl is in fact a celestial creature. So I actually happen to have a vial of celestial blood, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'm willing to try it, but if I go in there and I put the vial on the painting, or better yet, I was thinking take you with me, have you hold the painting, put the vial blood on it, blah blah blah. Have you break it, and then see where we're at then. Because a whole extra magic person is a lot more spell slots than I got.
Does killing the hags break the curse?
Can Artie roll an Arcana to see if she knows anything about how specifically hag curses work now that we know that they're hags?
You rolled really high on your Arcana for the paintings.
I did, and I just rolled double 25s for right now, in case you said yes, so...
You know that this magic is completely independent of the hags.
Yeah.
So even if they die, the magic will persist.
So what they did is actually pretty clever, because if you kill the hags, it won't stop this kind of curse, because it's an artifact enchantment, and then the artifact curses the person, as opposed to the hag being the source of mana. Then, in fact, this case, it's actually the painting itself. And then, you know how acid will burn through some things and certain chemicals burn through other things, but won't burn through other things? What will burn through this particular enchantment would be the angel blood, or the celestial blood. I hope you're okay with me just throwing in terminology like that.
Yeah, it's basically how it works.
So, yeah, honestly, I could just put this, or what I'd like to do is have to have
Soon.
Elf Lady. I'm gonna call her out of character, calling her Elf Lady. In character, cannot handle names right now. I have been so bad with names over the last like 3 days. It's been gross. It's so bad. I've just been having a weird brain space.
You're fine.
So it's Elf Lady, and once I get in the bag, go with me to the paintings, have her get out of the bag, make sure that she is secluded enough that she's not going to blind any or hurt anybody, and then have her put the blood on the painting and see if that breaks the curse. That, I think, is probably our best bet. And then I can just still chauffeur people out. I don't know about... We'll still work on figuring out how the paintings are going to leave.
Do you need to... This is out of character. Does she need to be the one to do it, or is it just it has to be done?
I don't know. In character and out of character. I guess I could ask Dan, does it matter who does it? When I was reading the runes, did it look like it said, "Ye whose image is upon this painting must doth acidify my magics," or anything like that? That's how I imagine the rune. It's like just this weird runic, like... It's a runic contract that you accidentally signed. And you have to find the secret loopholes.
Yeah,
that's how I imagine.
Just a
curses.
second. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay. Sorry, I apparently have energy today for the first time in like a month.
There was something about them that I remember reading, and I'm just trying to confirm it.
About the paintings?
Yes. In the way they function. I just want to make sure I'm doing it correctly.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Were you surprised that I realized that she was one of the victims as quickly as I did.
I felt like I was giving enough clues, but I'm
You were
glad you
definitely
caught
like,
it.
oh yeah,
I'm glad you caught it.
yeah. I'm so glad because I was like, if we attack her, there's no going back. I was like, no,
I
we cannot attack her.
wasn't wanting to attack her.
I mean, I figured it was the elf immediately when you said it was
Right.
the Medusa.
I was like, there's a mirror and a reflect. I was like, there's all of these reflective things that have been broken or hidden. I'm out of water. Oh no.
Okay, cool. Yep, I know what I need. Okay. So,
So with my ridiculous arcana abilities,
you feel like something about the enchantment magic that was radiating from the painting
mm-hmm.
might have something to do with like a compulsion. Maybe some kind of compulsion to protect the painting?
Hmm.
Meaning she's going to defend it?
Yeah, Artie is now thinking about this. If Artie had realized that in the first place, Artie never would have mentioned never would have mentioned anything about destroying the paintings in front of her. She absolutely wouldn't have said any of that. She's smart enough to know better. She would have instead kept that part for just our group and said in front of her, said that they're going to go in, get the other people, and get the paintings. That's all she would have said.
Okay. Okay.
In front of her. So yeah, there never would have ever been the question of her going in with us. It would have been her staying safe in the woods with the lookout.
Okay.
Though, I mean, honestly, she could be the lookout on her own in the woods. I don't think anyone's going to fuck with the Medusa standing out there.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
So at that
I'm
point,
gonna move you guys up to the top of the map.
Yeah.
Because you're off the.
up in the woods. Once we have our little camp finished or like set up, oh my god, I'm so sorry for getting so distracted, but I just realized we could make one giant token that is just our campsite. And just have it, like, we could custom draw what our campsite would look like and just move it around the map with our tokens.
Yeah.
That would be fucking cool. Anyway, out of character. That was, give me a second. Back into character. We need to go to tower. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to go to the tower.
Who else going? Is everyone?
That's a good question.
I guess storm in the door. Are you guys gonna sneak in?
At the very least, Nico can fly over and be lookout. I don't think that would be any. If he's, I assume he would, if he's willing to do that. But I mean, I'm the only one that I know I can get in and out of the building without issue. So if other people can get in and out.
Yeah.
About this time, it's probably in the evening, not quite.
Not
actually,
quite night.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3.
Like AM or PM?
PM.
Okay.
So there's
do
like
we wait
another
until nightfall?
6 hours or so of sunlight.
Sorry, Bruno came in for just a second. So I was also distracted. So about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 or 3, yeah.
Anybody have any objections to us bunking down, camping, getting 8 hours of sleep? At least for those of us who have spell slots, and then actually doing this in the middle of the night.
I
I
have
would
no
prefer
objection.
to do it at night.
I'm sorry, say again?
I said I would prefer to do this at night.
Agreed.
Same.
I work better at night. Kinda.
I agree. It would be safer for us at night.
Okay. So we would find a place to camp in the woods for a bit. At least to get a quick 8 hours so that I can get my spell slots, pick my spells, and all that jazz.
Okay.
No fires.
No fires.
Okay. So you guys find your camp, find a campsite, and begin setting up for a rest. She'll say, "I'm gonna go off, so I can take off my blindfold for a while."
Of course.
I'll return later.
I mean, technically, she's free to do whatever she wants at this point. She does not required to stay with us, but she's probably safer with us. So, Artie's not gonna try and control her in any way.
Yeah. How far away did you guys go from the?
Probably a decent hike. If we knew we were gonna like half an hour north.
Half an hour. Okay.
Because then we take it 8 hours, come back, it'll be like midnight.
Okay.
Ish. Midnight, 1 o'clock ish.
Okay.
That way we're also far enough away that it's not obvious that we're basically staking out the place.
Okay.
And then, what is the dark vision spell? It's an 8 hours. Okay.
I won't need dark vision cast on me if I'm planning to go anywhere.
Artie needs it.
Okay.
But it's only 8 hours. So
if I'm not going to be going somewhere, I'm fine with lending you my glasses.
I don't think we
are
should
they attunement
split.
required?
I think so.
Yeah, but it only takes an hour.
No,
well, I don't have I could swap them out for my
They're not attunement required.
My thing. It's just I can just when I wake up, I'll use the spell gem I have to cast dark vision on myself. I'll be fine. It's just
Okay.
that way I don't have to worry about a spell slot in the morning or in the wake up at midnight.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that I'm gonna have dark vision when I go do this because
Okay.
middle of the night.
Yeah, I don't
gotcha.
think it would. I don't think we should split. I think if we're going, we should all go.
Right.
Those
Not
who aren't
necessarily
going in the tower can at least
right.
be on hand in case something goes wrong.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely think that's
Especially
fantastic.
since Nico is always convinced that something's gonna go wrong.
But something will definitely go wrong. I have zero doubts that
He
something.
is 100% convinced that something will always go wrong.
The dice tell a story, and there's no. Oh man, just if we get in and out of this perfectly and like no detection and it's just perfect, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's like that one mission we had with the Inquisition campaign when we were dealing with the warehouse full of vampires. That went off smoother than anything I've ever experienced ever. Like
That was
that shit was wax.
Yeah.
Was that the one where we banished that one like head chick?
That was right before.
That was right after. It was when we got to the
when we went through
warehouse
the wall.
where we used silence. Kool-Aid Man
banned.
through a wall,
Mhm.
got all of those people out.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I
Yes.
blinked through a hole in the wall. That's what it
no,
was.
no. What we're gonna do? We're gonna tell the whole story. This is amazing.
Oh, man,
Okay,
what a story.
so because not only has Miette not heard this apparently, or doesn't remember this story. She wasn't there, but she might have heard it. I don't know why I feel the need to clarify those things. Our last campaign, we had my character was a divine soul sorcerer, Aasimar. We had an Aasimar paladin. We had our warforged rogue, who is currently playing Nico, and then our paladin barbarian half orc, played by our very own Tenzin, and
that
it
mission
was
was dope.
it was so dope. Okay, the mission was that we needed to. I'm sorry, Dan. I absolutely just hijacked everything.
Hey, it's fine.
Is it okay if I continue? I will try and not draw it out.
Hey,
okay.
This works out really nicely for me actually because there's things going on.
Perfect. This gives you plenty of prep time in game. I'll just tell my story. This is Artie's campfire story. She's telling the story she heard once. From her
Nico
dad.
doesn't
By the
believe a
way,
word.
Artie tells everyone that her dad is the best bard in town at her hometown, and she's like drunkenly having her little enjoying evening telling stories that her dad used to tell. So the building is a warehouse. It has a few windows, and our team is hiding in an alleyway. My character has a flying familiar, so I use the thing where you can see through your familiar's eyes and just fly around the building.
Mm-hmm.
To like be a scout, I got a basic layout of the whole building. And then we were able to determine which room had all the hostages in it. We went to that corner of the building and silently drilled a hole, very quietly drilled a hole in the wall, just like with like big enough to peep through with your eye. Our shadow monk used his shadow blink ability to teleport in. Discovered that he was in fact in the room full of hostages, and then we used a silence spell in that section, and then just had our how much strength did you have, Jorak?
I think it was 26, 27.
26 strength Jorak just axe his way through the frickin' wall. But it's completely silent because of the silence spell. So he's just in the back of the house, just going thwack, 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 and completely silent.
Destroying Hulk style, destroying the wall.
So we carve the wall up, escort all of the people out, and while the rest of us are still on lookout duty.
Right.
We get everyone out. Now we have to deal with the vampires that are inside the rest of the warehouse. So we determine which room has the leaders in it. There's 2 leaders talking over a war map. My character has a necklace of fireballs with several charges that she's just had for like the whole game.
Right.
She gives that to her flying familiar and basically commands her familiar. I still feel so bad. Like I even roleplayed getting permission from the familiar, and I still feel bad for having the familiar kamikaze like basically a level 6 fireball in the room with the 2 vampires.
Mhm.
And then immediately after that, we busted through the wall
Right.
and
It
attacked
was
the
just
2
so
vampires.
crazy.
It was an amazing ambush. I got to use Dawn, which is an ability that generates actual sunlight that deals
Mhm.
extra damage to undead
is-
and like specifically
That is cool.
vampires.
It was
Like-
such a wild, like it Ocean's 11 level of perfect execution. Like
And it was
it could not have
great.
gotten any better.
It was the wet dream of that whole like stealth mission, then sudden like ambush. Like
Huh.
that was the wet dream of that kind
Yeah.
of mission. It was so good. Oh, I loved it so much.
Ferried everybody to safety and took care of business. It was awesome.
Yeah, we were. It was like this is the movie where nothing goes wrong. Like
Mhm.
literally nothing went wrong that whole time. I think at one point someone Oh no, that's right. There was a point where the paladin played by Bruno, who is currently playing Dearden, his mount, his summon mount as a paladin, it was a giant winged dire wolf named Iris.
Yeah.
And Iris would like there was a point in time in which he was being chased by or drunkenly chasing Iris. I don't even remember everything.
I
God,
think he
man.
was
Oh
with
my
us,
gosh.
but
I
was
need to
instructing
sleep.
Iris to
Wow.
send these guards on like a
Wow.
wild goose chase, chasing this giant wolf.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That was awesome. It was
Yeah.
just the most like cartoon anime shenanigans you could pack into like an extremely good action heist film.
That's
Yeah, and it all
nuts.
took place in like 5 minutes of real time.
5 minutes flat, like the whole thing. One camera shot, like continuous tape.
It was just such
funny.
a good day.
Yeah, it was
Like
great.
you should badger Dan for the video sometime or like the YouTube link because
She has
it's
it.
on YouTube somewhere.
She has it.
Oh, good.
Good.
I just have to go through them all.
I just best
That's cool.
mission ever.
Yeah, it was a perfect one. And now this one's gonna be just as easy.
Yep, this one's gonna go just as
Yep.
easy.
Just
I'm
as
sorry.
smooth, not high
that
level,
me?
not high
Alright.
level rolls.
No, like, I
Everything's
just
gonna be
realized, like,
perfect.
Nico is the polar fucking opposite of 6.
Yeah.
6 had, like, no fear of anything.
Yeah,
But Nico's just scared of everything.
it's funny because they're both also really like stealth shadow sneaky people, but like very
Very,
Very
atypical.
different, though. Yeah.
They're
Wildly
very different.
people, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just realized I'm playing a rogue. I played basically a rogue last time.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
he
were
was a
basically
monk,
rogue.
but he did have some levels of rogue eventually.
Yep. All right, Dan, are you ready for us to do this? Sorry that we were so distractible.
Reminiscing.
Oh no, it's fine.
So good.
I am not quite ready yet.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna continue to reminisce about excellent D&D games. You should have seen the one when my Mittens character accidentally soloed a mission.
Was that in the warehouse?
It was in the tavern. We were supposed to rob the tavern, and my character was gonna
Oh,
go do some
right.
scouting and
Oh,
just was like,
Jesus,
"Oh, look, I can
yes.
rob everything." Oops.
Yeah.
It
I
just
was
happened.
thinking of the grandpa mission.
Oh man. All right, man. So
Grandpa mission.
Grandpa's another. I have to admit, like that campaign, it didn't work in the long run.
It was fun, for
But those
the...
were some of the best, like just most fun missions I've ever gotten to do.
I
Like,
had a deep, deep love for Olo.
I'm super down for getting to play them again at some point. If like Dan, if you ever want to
Are
revisit that
these the
storyline,
villains?
The evil game.
yeah, this
Well,
was the evil campaign.
Oh, the Black Dragon Syndicate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My character was the Tabaxi, who was the size of a house cat and could just like disguise herself and become a house cat. And she was a dragon monk. And she was literally, and she had the criminal background, so she was literally a cat burglar.
That's great.
It was so good. I love her so much. Ah. And I
Hello,
absolutely
standard
intend
boy.
to continue playing her in some way, shape, or form.
I really want to make Dan knows about this character. I actually like do her at like events. But I really want to make my like Myconid character in a campaign. Mushroom people.
Myconid. Moth?
They're
No.
they're like the
No.
mushroom people.
Ah, yes.
Ah,
Yeah. Her name is Porcini Rufflebottom.
Oh my god.
Rashini. That is.
Yes. She has a pet pig named Truffles.
That's
Truffles.
amazing.
Yes.
Truffles the pig.
She's a poisoner.
Yours can be friends with my cactus dryad.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I love the
I
idea
want a
that she's.
cactus dryad now.
Now, are we talking like how tall? How big is your potted? Or excuse me, how big is your plant person? Are they like potted plant sized, or are they like full grown tree sized, or are they like garden variety sized?
Like, since I like walk around as them.
They're people sized.
Yeah, but I can
Perfect.
imagine her being shorter too.
Perfect. I absolutely love the idea of my cactus person basically being a retaliation damage. Like their entire build is about hurting people that hit you. I think that would be what their entire build would have to be about.
That's cool though. I like that.
Because I actually have my mother once gave me the challenge of drawing a bunch of different types of dryads based off of different specific plants that exist in real life. Like a pitcher plant had Venus flytrap. I don't there was a coffee, like the coffee plant. I drew her yawning with a cup of coffee in her hand. I did, you know, those really bulbous, wonky looking trees? Those one, I love them so much. I think they're freaking amazing. That you see in like African desert, and these just one random giant bulbous tree kind of thing.
I think so.
Well, let me find it. I might be able to find these pictures. I just realized I can also like send images to people. Shit. Wait, he's not in this game.
Profile picture in Discord is like me and my makeup for Porcini.
Oh. Ah! You're adorable.
Thank you. That's part of the reason why I like being her. It's like the rest of the time, if somebody calls me cute, I'm like, I will literally kill you. But in Porcini, I'm like, yes, I am cute. I am the cutest.
Now give me all of the attention.
Give me your love. See? Just like that. Yeah, it's fun.
It's not the Google Drive that holds the photos. It's like Google Photos, right? Is that a thing specifically? It is.
think so.
Ha! That's why. I was in the Google Drive looking for all of my art, and I was like, let's see what pictures I have. Oh, Minette, you'll love this. I'm just posting a bunch of things in GIFs. Is where I'm posting a bunch of random art pictures now. That's just a random character that I doodled. There's a more fine.
Oh,
looks
that's
like
cute.
something. Looks like something you'd see in like a Final Fantasy game.
It
a little bit.
absolutely does. It definitely
Yeah.
has that Final Fantasy feel. It also has the Vigar from
It's like a skinny Tonberry.
yeah, it's
Kingdom
kind of like a
Hearts
skinny
vibes,
Tonberry
too.
meets a mage.
With a hat.
Kingdom
That's
Heart like hollow body
Love it.
vibe
Yeah.
as well. I like it.
That's the best unicorn I've ever drawn. Oh no, did it not work? Oh, you have to actually click on the picture. Does it work if you click on it? I think I
Nope.
hit the button.
404. That's an error.
There we go.
That is a good unicorn.
It ate all the other unicorns.
And you thought they were extinct because of Noah's Ark or some shit.
Nope.
No.
This is just
This-
like Apex.
Yeah.
Apex
Such a
unicorn.
chubby little unicorn.
That bonsai tree is an actual sketch of an actual bonsai tree that I saw at a doctor's office. That
That's cute. I like
I had
it.
to pull a paper out of my bag. It was one of our schedules. I had to pull a paper out of the bag and draw it because of it looked like this little dude doing a funky dance.
Mhm.
It's what it looked like, and I was dying. And I didn't have my phone on me at the time because it was
Stoner
dead.
Groot.
It was Stoner Groot. It was so good. And I was like, okay, I'm dead. This is one of my ideas for Kigurumi for an owl bear costume. I want one so bad.
Oh, that's cute.
Let's see if I can find what I was looking for before.
I'm just looking at my name on the server. Gorndorf Forever. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
So great. I love it.
Did you see mine?
Yeah.
Corndolf lives. Hey, we never said he died. I mean,
He's dead.
Tezik said he died, but I wouldn't believe it.
I rolled well on my insight check to know that you're a lying bastard.
You didn't roll any fucking insight.
I
Oh,
did
shit.
secretly. It's a secret roll. I nat 20'd.
You don't know if I rolled.
Dan told me
deception or not.
everything. I know that you are Gorndorf and you're testing me.
Tezik, Corndolf is that is something he might fucking do.
Damn it!
Just to
I
fuck with you.
literally had that thought like 3 weeks ago. I was like, is he just being an asshole? Like,
Oh my god! Dan, that is canon now. Tezik is actually Gorndolf. He's just fucking with me with Olo.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So maniacal.
Okay.
I'm still looking for the Dryad pictures. These just happen to be images that I'm finding in the meantime.
That thing is a nightmare.
That last one I did, the little
mushroom
screaming
jack-o'-lantern
mushroom.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Look at the detail on his
Yeah,
hat.
that was I'm the one who did that. Like, to be fair, I did not draw that. That is an image from the internet. Just clarifying, but it was really cute. That I loved it, and I wood burned it onto the thing. Oh no,
God,
I found her.
giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Kiwi jeebies.
Combo of the mushroom and the jack-o'-lantern face is just making my
Beautiful.
skin crawl.
That is Siggy, the original Siggy artwork for my character, who was half goblin, half gnome. Her actual name was
Beautiful.
Goblin.
Oh, I
Her
love it.
original name was Goblin. You can imagine how few people ever let me play her. This is Rafelja, I think is how I had decided her name was pronounced. It was a random generated name. She's a little plant person, and she's got a pitcher plant head, and I love it. She's one of my little dryad people. She's more of a plant person than like person. I just thought she was freaking cute.
Talking about other games characters, I was in a Pathfinder game, and this
That's
was my
cool.
character.
That thing looks like an absolute asshole.
He absolutely was.
I was gonna say that.
He is a
There's no way that
goblin
wasn't.
alchemist. That was the closest I could get to him giving the finger.
Yep.
He was a alchemist who was convinced that he was like a good, like basically like a street magician, but he was fucking terrible at it.
Yep.
And he would like ask for money, like if people wanted a healing potion for the potions that he could make for free because he was an alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first time somebody got hurt, they're like, he needs to be healed. I was like, 1 gold. He's like, what? It's like, I'll give you a potion for 1 gold.
Okay, guys.
Jeez.
So you guys are taking an 8-hour long rest?
That was, I believe, the plan. Yes.
Okay. Who's taking first watch?
Well, Dearden can. I mean,
Is he
he
doing
would
all of
still
the
be
watches?
able to take watch the whole time.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Echo would take a watch as well.
Which watch do you want? First, second, or third?
I'll take first.
Yeah, if he's taking first, I'll take second.
Artie needs her spell slots. She's just sleeping.
Actually, no, he'll take third.
Asha can also do watch as well.
Okay. Just tell me what order you're in.
I'll go last.
I just want to make sure we all get enough sleep to like have everything if we have to get into a fight.
You can still technically consider watch as part of your rest.
Okay.
Because you're not doing heavy activity.
Yeah, as long as you don't actually have to do stuff. Get rid of that one. I do. I'll keep that one. That one.
Man, this would have been peak time to be reading my wisdom book. As soon as we have downtime, I'm taking like 4 days to read like 12 hours a day.
Okay. So, hey, whoever's taking first watch, go ahead and roll a perception.
Perception. Come on, good roll, DJ. Damn it.
Okay. Yeah, no, your watch goes by fine. Who's taking
Nat 20 wasted.
second watch?
I'll do second.
This is the weirdest watch because it's daylight out.
Yeah.
Like,
It's early evening.
oh, Nat 20, let's go!
Yeah.
Yay!
Back-to-back Nat 20s, too, many people.
So you guys are trying to do 8-ish hours of sleep?
Enough to get my spell slots back.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so that it's dark out when we do this. Because Artie
Okay.
has enlarge and reduce, so she can just enlarge the bag and put the paintings in.
Okay.
She's still gonna break the pour the blood on the first painting, the elf painting, but we'll deal with that when we get there. But yeah, I needed to be able to change my spells. So us taking a long rest, that is my intent. That is what I want.
Okay. On the 5th hour, you guys hear a noise coming from the south.
Oh, shit.
That would be Pasha's watch.
Okay.
Artie is sleeping in a tree, by the way.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I'm like resting on a tree.
Is any...
It's slow. It's not moving fast.
Would we still have our telepathy?
It only lasted 6 hours.
So
So yeah. You said 5 hours, right? Oh, we traveled for an hour though.
you traveled for
half an
30
hour or so.
minutes
For like
and you
2
had it
hours.
while you were in the temple, so yeah, it would probably have just worn off.
Okay.
Crap.
Well,
Okay.
if I was sleeping, I think, because I wouldn't be. I don't know. Do I have a?
it's not concentration. It's not a spell. Does it say unless you're incapacitated?
I'd have to read this. But yeah.
Oh, okay. It's coming from where?
The direction of the where you guys came from.
The temple sauna thing.
Is it the direction that perhaps the snake lady went?
She went off to the west originally. But you have not seen her back yet.
Okay. I get, and I'm the only one on watch right now, right?
And Dearden. And Horsey, technically.
And Bastion.
And Bastion.
And darling Baston. Okay. My perception doesn't give me anything else besides there's a noise.
There sounds like there's 4 of them.
Like
makes me feel great.
horses or footsies?
Footprints.
Yeah.
Footies?
Footies.
Is it like?
You actually probably can tell. Whatever it is doesn't seem hostile. It sounds awkward actually.
Awkward.
Yeah, like an old man trudging through the forest.
Okay.
Old dwarf.
Then I am going to alert Dearden and Horsey, and I'm going to be like, hey, there's a noise. I'm going to check it out. Something goes wrong, I'll yell. And you wake up everybody else.
Okay.
And I am
Really
going...
nice.
Real quickly when you head out to go find it. Oh, were you gonna do something else before?
No.
No? Okay. You see Sylvain. Her eyes are bound again. And she has 3 people walking with her.
Is that like the direction that I, or is that like what it was?
That is what it was. You also see that they seem to have some kind of things slung under their arms. Big squares.
No way.
They just go fucking kill all the hags and leave.
Just fucking barely.
Did they seriously?
She walks up and
Is
goes,
that what-
I have collected the paintings and dealt and cleansed my temple.
Pasha's
No
going
shit.
to-
Hold on.
Oh,
No
really?
joke, Dan. She murdered everybody.
She's a medusa. I don't see it happening.
I couldn't believe it when I rolled it all. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
She killed everybody.
She sets 3 heads down of the hags. Shattered in stone.
Is she still a medusa?
She is very bloody though. She is like,
Yeah, I would say her health bar looks
yeah,
pretty low there.
yeah,
I didn't-
she's
I will tell her to keep her eyes covered, and I will.
Oh,
I will.
are you there?
No, we're not awake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless you woke
damn
us.
it! Yeah, unless you woke us up, I'm not there. Never mind.
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
gonna
I
say,
wanted to
I'm,
heal her.
I'm sitting here jabbering away at myself, muted. I know I'm muted, but I'm jabbering away because I'm asleep.
Oh,
All right. So what's gonna I role play for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
So Pasha is totally, she's going to kind of take a moment. She's going to look at the I can't remember her name. She's gonna Sylvain.
Sylvain.
Okay, she's going to look at Sylvain. She's going to look at the people with what is obviously the pictures,
Paintings, yes.
the paintings, and she's going to look back at Sylvain and look at the heads, and she's going to be like, "That's it, girl. Come have a drink." And she's gonna like pull out some of the alcohol that was given to her by her lovely little fairy friend, and she's going to be like, "Our camp is back this way. You must tell me about your excursion, and I would love to meet your friends. I'm going to slowly wake the others while we talk, if that's okay with you."
That is fine. She'll be like, she'll collect the heads back up and move into the camp and sit down.
Pasha will naturally like offer to hold some of the head. She's not bothered. She's proud. Okay, she's very proud of Sylvain, and
You notice that the heads are not of the beautiful elves you saw when you were there, but they are of ugly hags.
they do definitely resemble those ladies, though, in a
They have some similar semblances of it. Let me.
I like the idea that they have, like, I don't know. I want to know what the dog was, the thing that was pretending to be a dog. I want to know what it really was, because that's probably a magical beast that I can dissect.
I will
Already
not
has-
ask her, and I will leave that
wow.
question for you.
Artie's still asleep unless you woke her up. I don't know, actually.
I'm
Would she
waking
have
up
woken up
people.
at this point?
There's probably enough noise
Okay.
that you would have stirred.
Artie will come down and be like, "Oh my god, you're so cool!" Oh, that's good. Now I don't have to do it. Hi guys. I see you got all of your paintings. Oh, hi.
I'll walk up to Sylvain and burn a couple of key points and hand of heal her twice.
Artie is gonna like do a glance over of everyone, seeing the healing happening. Are any of the others also injured?
The others are not.
Okay.
They're just not in the best health. There is the Cobalt, the Dragonborn, the Dwarf, and the Medusa.
Okay. I already changed my spells, but I know for a fact I had Cure Wounds available because I always keep Cure Wounds available. I had three level 1s. I will just cast them in order until she is back to at least more than half.
Okay. She is very much under half right now.
I just gave her 12.
12.
Which
Okay.
is fucking great. I just rolled
Yeah, that's a
almost
good
max.
roll.
That is a really good roll. She is still way under half.
Okay. And then another 7, and then I'm just gonna do the third one and give her another 12. Wow, sweet.
So that's...
Those are some really good heals. And now I am
19.
so tapped from all of my magic.
So she's technically still under half, but she is
Yeah.
definitely higher.
Yeah, and I am out of magic, and having used literally all of my magic, Artie is probably too exhausted to even like fly at this point, so she's just gonna like kind of crawl on the ground over to someone, like somewhere safe, and just curl up and go back to sleep. I've decided that when Artie is out of spell slots, she becomes a lethargic nothing.
Yeah.
Because of her fey nature.
So basically, what happened is she tells you the tale of what happened. She decided she was too angry at the hags and didn't want to wait. So she decided to just go ahead and use her abilities she had and attempt to cleanse her temple. So she stormed
Absolutely
in.
reckless baller move. Love
Yeah.
it. A plus.
Yeah.
The mage hand is giving her a thumbs up.
Yep.
Yeah.
She went in down that central hallway right into the room with the where you guys met. Turn mop. Bubble pop or bubble top or bop. Bubble bop.
Did she kill Turnmop?
No, she did not. He had gone to his room for the evening because it took her some time to get there. But
Don't you dare.
she tells you that all the people that were working there were scarecrows created by the hags that went pretty easily under her claws and the petrification. And she managed to sneak up on the first of the hags. And basically, she rolled a nat 1 on her save to resist petrification. So she didn't even get a second save. She just was gone.
Yeah.
She then got into a confrontation with an awakened tree and the red-headed elf out in the courtyard.
Oh
no! Where she took most of her damage after she scared off the Cambion, who was the guy at the front gate, or the front door.
Was what?
A Cambion?
What is that?
Let me share his
He's from Cambia?
Let me share his picture. Is that him? No, this is him.
Oh, okay.
That was the receptionist.
That guy's a dick.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He didn't give me a tip.
She then managed to, at some point, like after, like, I think turn 1, the hag managed to resist the save, and then turn 2, she got like a critical hit on her, and then she failed her wisdom to not look, and then she failed her save to resist by more than 5, and was gone.
Wait.
I was thinking of asking her to help us since, I mean...
Oh yeah, she totally was down for it.
I mean, I figured she would help us after we'd rested.
But yeah, she could just do it
But-
herself.
She
That's
was
even better.
I mean, we
too.
woke her up in the middle of her sleeping. I figured going back to sleep would seem logical for her, but no.
No,
Go play superhero.
Yeah, no,
I
I
love
was
her
like,
so
I was
much.
like, I was gonna have her go suicide because I was like, there's no way she can take out all this, and then she did.
I love
was-
that. I
Insane.
would like to think that it was my baller retelling of our amazing battle that went amazingly perfect is what led her to victory. I'm a bard.
Yeah, no, it was pretty great.
Great.
And then when she came back, the blind one who wasn't actually blind, came out with her dog. She tells you that it was a hellhound.
It is a hellhound?
That
There
makes
is a
sense.
hellhound? Did you keep any of its parts?
If you want stone.
I mean, actually, not gonna lie, Medusa made stone would be really cool to study. Do you mind actually if I keep some of that when I'm awake?
She's like, you're
Artie
welcome.
is like literally just curled up in a ball, like super cozy looking under a tiny, tiny blanket. It's great.
Yeah. She then managed to end up killing the other hag, who was, as you can tell, turned to stone.
Are so cool.
She then broke
That
off
is
their
awesome.
she then broke off their heads and then went to the tower where she snuck attacked the gargoyle, dealing massive damage. Because Medusas have sneak attack.
Wow. He's
And
cool.
yeah. I think the only reason she
Good thing we didn't
survived.
fight her, huh, guys?
I think the only reason she survived was because the hags were spread out.
Yeah. If they weren't expecting her, then that's the best like possible solution.
Oh yeah, they
Was
had no idea she was coming.
The sneaking up, having them look you in the eye, and then turning to stone is probably about 90% of Medusa kills.
Yeah.
Actually needing to get into combat, very little.
Yeah, like
Is my assumption.
yeah, I didn't realize how crazy that was going to be. But then she, after killing the gargoyle, she ended up rounding up the victims and having them haul the paintings.
Excellent.
She did say that the studio in the tower where the paintings were created had been ransacked. She thinks by the Cambion.
Okay.
Since,
Perfect.
Since we had been in there?
Yep. This happened while she was fighting, probably.
It was probably the Cambions were like, let's get the fuck out. Let's take what we can and get the fuck out.
There was
kinda
only
thing?
one Cambion.
Oh, never mind.
He flew out the front door when she came through, and he passed his save. He was like, "Oh hell no, I'm getting the fuck out of here."
Gotcha. So he's still
Oh,
out
so
and
he
about
is
somewhere.
alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's not dead.
Oh, see, now that's where DJ is going to take issue.
Oh no, that's perfect. That gives
He's
us
coming
somewhere to
back.
go. That gives us some like. That gives us a string to play with later. Anyway.
Hurt that guy.
That is fucking cool.
But
I'm really
the one
proud
person
of her.
we like came here for is with her, right?
Please,
Yes.
What's this
Okay,
guy,
good,
right?
Yep.
So-
So
Nice.
yeah, they lay the paintings out in front of you.
So Artie is going to basically say that she needs to finish sleeping, and just keep the paintings safe, and she will help in the morning.
Okay.
She'll take the first steps that she thinks what the first steps are to breaking the curse.
Yeah. She will say that she tried to destroy the painting, and she was unable to act on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it has some sort of protection, so it like makes you not want to hurt your painting or let anyone else hurt your painting. But luckily, I don't intend to hurt your painting, and you're not going to hurt your painting. So I think we'll be good. I'm just gonna disenchant it. That's all.
Yep. So you guys can finish your rest. It's middle of the night now.
Excellent. So can I hit my long rest and have my character be awake now?
Yes.
And get my. Do I get my spell slots back since I wasn't like. All I did was heal and not like do any real combat?
Technically, no. Because it was technically most of the way through your rest.
Well, then she sleeps for another 8 solid hours. Because she will sleep until she has her spell slots back.
Okay.
I'm deciding that that is one of the drawbacks for her being a fairy, is if she uses all of her spell slots, then she's just done for the day.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I've decided it. Literally just now.
If you guys want to wait all night to do that, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be
I
fine.
mean-
Nico would probably stay up the rest of the night anyway, because it's been a while since he's gotten to stay up all night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Pasha.
Artie, yeah, Artie is
He
just.
would probably go hunting at some point, though.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Pasha would probably end up staying up talking to the snake Sylvain and the prisoners, about like what happened and whatnot.
Yeah. So they yeah. Okay, so the next morning comes.
Artie finally wakes up. Everyone's been awake for hours, and she's like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how tired I was. Apparently, I needed a nap." Anyway, do we have the paintings?
Yes. They're all
good.
piled up right there in the middle of the camp.
Perfect. I'm gonna need a little privacy when I do this, so it's easier to concentrate when I'm alone. So I'm gonna take this over here, and you guys just make sure that like nobody, comes fuck with me, okay? And she's just gonna set herself.
When you say you need privacy,
Oh,
before you like say the rest, Pasha, like after you say that like you need privacy, Pasha would be like, not the problem, and she just like turns around as if you're like just changing.
Artie takes a note and thinks it's fantastic and appreciates it. But she explains that she's just gonna take this away so she can fully concentrate and focus on it. So that she can make sure that so that she's at the top of her game kind of situation.
Yeah.
And then she's just gonna go like, say 45 feet away from the group, find a nice clear spot, sit down, and ritual casting detect magic, so she has that up. And using using her notes from earlier that she took while working on deciphering it, she's gonna try and use as conservatively as possible, because she knows how to disenchant things. That's one of the things she can do. So she's gonna basically try and not necessarily like pinpoint work to destroy the enchantment without having to just completely destroy the enchantment. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah. she's doing it as fine detailed work as possible. That's why she wants as much concentration and not being distracted so that she can take the time she needs to find all of the individual pinpoints that she needs to work on to try and destroy it. The way I imagine is she's basically using the blood as paint to draw over top of runes and like cross them out, is what my mind sees.
Okay.
That may not actually be what she's doing, but that's how it is in my head.
Okay.
It's just very anime in my head for some reason.
That's fine. Okay. Go ahead and just roll an Arcana.
May I have advantage because I'm
Yes,
Role-playing.
because of your Arcana checks from earlier.
yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying yes before I hit the button.
Oof.
Yep.
So that would be a 23 Arcana.
Cool. Yeah. You managed to use the vial to actually break all 4 curses.
Fuck yeah!
You actually find out that you only have to do like a little smear across the actual whole painting at all. You just have to get celestial blood on it.
So basically like a tiny like a dollop.
It's like a quarter of the vial. Basically, you have to use up the vial will
Right.
be used up.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm totally fine with using that vial if it means destroying 4 curses.
And as you do it, you watch as the blood begins to sizzle and the painting begins to burn.
I'm going to use I'm just gonna try like keep an eye out and make sure that none of the people who are in the paintings are like reacting poorly to their paintings burning.
They definitely seem uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But their bodies and physicalities are shifting as the curses are being broken. So, who do you do first?
It would have been the elf,
So, Sylvain.
Silverine.
So you watch as her body begins to contort and shrink a little. Her hair the snakes begin to cascade and turn to the long black hair. Her skin begins to become less serpentine and less stony as she returns to her humanoid form.
Yay!
Which one do you next?
Then I would do the dwarf since he was our actual target.
Okay. You watch as his age returns to that of, like, middle-aged, later, like, slightly older gentleman, not as, like, elderly as he was. He looks like he's probably, like, 40, 50-year-old.
Instead of like
For a dwarf, that's
100-year-old. I mean, in comparison, like, human years. So
Okay,
The equivalent
I was
of.
So he's like,
like a kid.
he's like 260, something like that.
Okay.
He's 40% of
He's
his
middle
lifespan.
aged.
No, he's about 40. Yeah,
Yes.
that works.
You then watch as the Dragonborn begins to, their body begins to restore itself to its physicality. And the Kobold begins to transform into the Tiefling.
Excellent. We got it. Every single one of them.
They all thank you. And they talk about how now they just have to return home. Sylvain says how she has a lot of work here to clean up and restore the temple.
Sylvain, how do people usually leave the temple when they come to visit?
Let me commune with my god, and if she has not forsaken me, I should be able to open a portal back to the book.
Okay. Well, let her know I say hi. I mean, she doesn't know me, but let her know I say hi anyway.
For everyone, if you guys ask her where the temple is located, are you guys gonna do that?
I mean, I and Artie have been assuming that this is the temple, that this whole like sauna area is the temple itself,
Yes.
because
It is,
That's
but
what it is?
where in the world is it located?
Oh yeah, where in the world
Yeah,
is
I
it
would
located?
ask.
Yeah, where are
I've
we?
been asking that. I've been trying to figure that out.
It's true.
For
You
a
have
while.
asked that multiple times.
Yep.
Now would be a good time.
He was asking the wrong people.
Right here in the.
Ooh, south.
Yep.
Well, between Radium and Green Tree.
Mhm.
Oh,
No.
over
In Idenville, the Haven Empire.
over by like, yeah,
Oh,
Haven
okay.
and Green Tree and Vitala
Yep. So
and
I can.
Victor. Damn it! I said it and he appeared.
Yep.
Heretics!
Heretic!
Yep.
That's beautiful.
So
Thank you for that.
So it would have been a very long journey to go back on foot.
Well, my thing would have been go on foot to the nearest town and then figure it out from there.
Yeah, we have to go to Vitala and teleport.
Yeah, it would have been really funny if we had managed to like accidentally make our way to Haven, and like we show up and you're describing it, and like
Oh yeah.
it would have been so fucking hilarious. I'm a little sad it didn't happen.
Yeah. Just a little.
I just realized how loud I've been talking. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. But so yeah. So she takes the 3 heads and she heads back. I guess you all would head back. There's stone scarecrows and bodies of hags and the dire wolf or the hellhound shattered all over the ground. When you turn,
Will.
there are patrons walking the halls, being like, "What happened?" Because they had all been sent. They had all gone to their rooms or were not present when it happened. Because she had waited till a little later in the day. So they had all retired to their rooms for the evening when she attacked.
So like she managed to do this and nobody was any the wiser until basically now.
Yeah, basically.
That's freaking great.
Yep. And
I think
basically,
we just tell them. Yeah, we just tell them like you were all in danger. These 3 were hags that were.
Hi, we just rescued you. Praise us.
Yeah, not praise us, but this was a very dangerous situation, and you should feel very lucky that nothing bad happened.
So she actually goes to the oh, I can actually spring you guys back to the map.
Yay!
Where did it go? Okay. I'm just gonna pull all you guys down.
By the way, point of order, Artie
Go,
is
go.
collecting the entire rubble that is the Hellhound.
Okay. Yeah.
All of it, every piece.
Where are
Yeah.
we?
And putting it in her bag of holding and making sure that it's like
Wait.
safe.
She actually goes into the bath.
Taking a bath right now? It's not
Where
the
she
time.
takes all the heads and she sets them up on the lip of the far end of the bath.
The big pool?
Yep.
Oh, I want to see this.
Yeah, can you drag our characters there? Because I don't know exactly where it is in
Oh, that's the wrong one.
terms.
There's
This-
another one. It's a hag. Kill it.
No, it's not a hag.
Oh, there's another one.
We'll do that.
Oh, there's another hag.
Oh, where'd you go?
I'm not a hag.
Ah!
Ah,
I
there I
attacked this hag.
I'm not a hag. Nico, stop! I'm not.
Everything's a hag.
Nico, no, stop!
Nico
He's
attacks
lost
the
his
hag.
mind.
You see a a person made of water rise up when she enters.
Oh, can you pop that back up again? Dan, I clicked. It's like I was moving things around. Okay, thank you.
She rises up out of the water to greet Sylvain and says, "It's been a long time, old friend." You're muted if you're trying to talk.
I know. Does she resemble the goddess?
No, she does not. Sylvain's like, "I am glad you managed to survive." She's like, anyone who was working with the Hags, I made the water hostile to them, so they were unable to affect my spring. But I see you need to commune, so I will leave you in peace. And then she moves away.
Oh my god. Oh,
Artie was about to steal a
Nico
vial of
is
water,
convinced
and
that
then
she is a hag.
Nico, she's not a hag.
My natural one would say otherwise.
Just trust me. She's not a hag.
I would trust your judgment for this.
Please do.
So, as the water lady comes back, is she coming all the way over to us, or does she stop partway?
She starts partway, but she does move closer to you.
Artie just kind of slowly hovers idly over towards her and like sidles up next to her and is like, "Hey, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
My name is Artie and I'm an artificer and I like to collect rare ingredients and cool stuff like that. And I was wondering if you would be allowing me to take a little bit of the water from this place with me to study and learn more about it."
She'll be like, "Do you mind if I inspect the vial?"
Absolutely. And actually, I have some here. I actually have this one that had some celestial blood. I was hoping to add a little bit, at least a little bit of the water to this one to see how it reacts with the celestial blood. And then also use one of these clean ones as well, if you'd be willing.
Yeah. She'll take them. She'll view both of them. She'll be like, "You may."
Well, thank you. And she'll be very, polite and very careful and meticulous about taking water samples. She's so pretty. Yeah, Artie's like, "Wait a minute, this is very special water. I'm definitely gonna need permission before I take any of this."
Yeah. She will say that after 48 hours of being removed from the pond, it will lose its magical effects.
Any chance she'll tell me what its current magical effects are? Because I can cast Identify, but if she's willing to tell me, I'm totally down for that too.
The bath? What does the bath do again? I am confirming what it does.
Bath tank?
It makes you beautiful.
So, a creature that spends at least 1 hour in the bath gains the benefits of the Greater Restoration.
Ooh. Should have just brought that snake lady here.
I mean,
I don't think that removes curses.
shit. Is she gonna dunk those heads in this pool of water?
That would be fucked up.
Like, I'm sorry, what is happening
she
here?
didn't she?
No,
She set them on pedestals.
No, she put him on the pedestal.
She set him on the pedestal at the far end. No, she's actually just unwrapping her mirror now.
Right, okay.
And you see she's basically kneeling down and praying with the mirror.
Artie is gonna, in her very science nerdy probably pushing a little too far, going to ask, at what ratio, if I add, is it like, if I add regular water to this water, does it become magic water or does it become less magic? Am I like, if you add a vial of holy water to a gallon of holy water, now that whole gallon has become holy water. But it does eventually dilute down. You can only dilute it so much.
Water from this spring carries the magical effect. Adding more to it does not make it more magical.
Right. So if I put a vial of this into an entire bathtub, it would dilute it too much for it to have a magical effect.
Yes.
Excellent to know. Artie is immediately going to start thinking about ways to solidify and or crystallize this magic, and or use her legendary gemstone to absorb that magic.
Okay.
She's just coming up with ideas in her head for later, and I'm telling you this now so that you can think about answers to those questions.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. The elf lady is praying.
Yep.
And we're standing here, and Artie also asks permission to bathe in the pool at the moment. Not that she really needs to, other than being.
Yeah. It's you, as far as you know, it's fair game. You did just help rescue this place.
I'm
Pasha
sorry.
not hearing.
I didn't actually hear what you said, Dan. I'm so sorry.
You should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Artie will take a nice little bath.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
And has zero qualms about being naked.
Yep. So
Because she's 7 inches tall.
yeah. So after about an hour or two, you guys get the effects of a greater restoration if you guys bathe.
What if we just drink from it?
You gotta submerge yourself in it
Oh, okay.
for an hour.
Pasha will play with Bastin in the water, not realizing its greater purposes.
Artie
People
will ask.
avoid the evil hag water.
Artie will ask, what happens if an undead touches the water? Is it like bad for them? Because we come from a place where undead are like super commonplace and friendly folk, and like not like considered like inherently evil. Just like I didn't consider you inherently evil when I saw you when you were. Never mind. So ask this later, I guess.
She'll basically be like, it's not necessarily harmful to undead. I can make it harmful to undead, but
I mean, that makes sense.
by just turning the water into acid.
You can do transmutation of water to acid at will.
In my
Oh my.
in my spring here, yes.
Would it be too forward to ask what you are? And like, she pulls out her notebook that is a bestiary that she's creating for herself. Can she take notes on the water lady and get all the notes?
Yeah, she says, "Well, I am the naiad of this spring."
Artie opens a whole new page and begins describing naiads.
Yep.
And is taking notes and just learning, because that's Artie's favorite thing in the entire world.
They're a type of nymph that lives in water, kind of like dryads.
I was just say, I know what a naiad is.
Yes.
I also recognized her instantly as a naiad when out of character, but
Yep. Nope. The
Yeah,
Cambion was actually trying to hire you to kill her.
Is that what our job was gonna be?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because that's what he said. We have a issue with a thing that's infected the bathtub, right?
That's right. An angry naiad or something.
Mm-hmm. A corrupted naiad is what I think he said.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically, yeah, she's been for anytime any of the servants or the hags themselves tried to enter the pool to defeat her, she would turn it into acid.
Mm-hmm.
So none of them could ever do anything to her.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that was how she kept herself safe.
Artie is filling in all sorts of cool information and drawing a picture and diagram. And
So we'll say that after this, Sylvain returns. She was like, the lady has forgiven me.
good. I'm glad to hear it.
So if you all would like to return home or stay the night, I can accommodate either.
I'm kind of ready to get back to my wagon. I mean, no offense. This place is magnificent, but I am not used to this. And one of our friends is pretty uncomfortable. He's actually, you met him in the woods. He was the quiet one in the back.
Yeah. He actually did come with you guys this time.
Oh, that's good.
Because he was expecting to maybe get back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we'd be best if we made our way back. But like, I'm super glad that we were able to help you. Like, I'm totally willing to stay in open communication with you. Like, if you ever need anything and you have like a sending spell or something, you're welcome to call on me if you need stuff. That being said, I usually do pay a price for my services. Obviously, I'm not charging you for this because it was kind of a atypical situation. But like, if you have work that needs to be done, you can give me a call, okay? And she'll hand over basically what is a business card that just has like just like a little image of Artie, but it's very cartoony Artie. And it has her name.
Okay.
Which in this case would be listed as shit. What's my last name? I forgot my character's last name.
Jesus, that is very
A weird
graphic.
thing to have in your
Weird
car.
last name.
Well, it would say Artemis Lunar Rose. Lunar, Lunar, Lunar Rose.
Okay.
Oh, one last word.
Okay.
Is what her full working name is at the moment. She's changed her name a few times.
Okay. Yep. So basically, you guys all get sent back after that. She thanks you. And the tiefling actually comes up to you and says, should you guys ever make it to Obsidian Sky, look me up. What's his name? Sorry, I gotta find his name real quick. Oh, I guess his name is just Glitter. He's like, my name is Glitter. I am one of the members of the Jewelers Guild in Obsidian Sky. Should you ever be in town, come seek me out, and I will happily give you a reward for your services and help.
I give him just sort of like a nod, bow sort of thing.
How about this? I will agree to that so long as you promise me that the reward is at least 1 drink of alcohol.
He'll smile and be like, I think we could all enjoy a drink over this.
Yeah. Excellent. And she'll shake his hand. Very like, this is official. Except like, she grabs his hand and then moves her entire body up so that so she's doing like the full length of his arm handshake that he could do. She's doing like this really big, ridiculous arm shake for him.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay. Sounds good. Sylvain will then escort you guys out to the courtyard where you see the corpse of a giant awakened tree and the smashed body of one of the hags.
Oh my gosh.
And she goes up to an archway and chants an incantation, and you see a doorway appear.
Yeah. Point of order. I'm adding the body of a hellhound.
The petrified body of a hellhound.
Yeah, petrified body of a hellhound.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. So you guys walk through and you enter back into that same study where you guys first went through the book.
Excellent. Is there anybody there?
There is not.
I laugh because I imagine Dearden did not dismiss Horsey before we went through the portal. So I imagine us end up like piling in, and then we keep walking, and then we keep walking, and then suddenly there's like no more room, and there's a horse in this room, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
Sorry. I have a vivid imagination tonight. Okay, then I guess we would just leave the room and head out.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, can we call it there? It's almost 11.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
about
this
to
is
say
the perfect time for us to call it.
Yeah.
And you guys can all have a level.
Yes, we're actually.
Alright,
Now, what level does that make us stand?
Level
Please
12.
tell me.
They've
They've been saying so many levels. I want to make sure I'm right.
What level are you guys?
It says I'm 5.
Level 12.
I
now.
assumed that
Let's
5 was
go.
correct.
Let me see.
It's 5.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
were
you should be
5.
going to 6.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
I have
you didn't waste any time there, Nico.
Whoa.
By the time I had opened it up, it said you were 6 already.
Ooh, I get a new
Well, I
art.
mean, all I have to do is click the thing.
Yeah, I know.
My hand of harm just got a lot better. I got faster, and my hands are magical now.
Man, should I take expertise in insight so I stop rolling fucking terrible on them?
You might want to.
I'm definitely doing it because he is terrible at insights.
So
Are you gonna tell Dearden that you did it